Hey there, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me on this. And there goes my phone beeping, so I guess I did hit the live button there. Let me go ahead and turn this off. Sorry about that. Usually I put up a screen first that give me time to do all this stuff, but YouTube, of course, changed the way they do their what's it called, the live events and everything, so I couldn't really figure out how to set this up the right way, so I don't know. Hopefully this is working. Let's see. Alright, yeah, I just looked on my phone and I can see it working okay there. Alright. Hey there, Redneck Stacker, how you doing? I did get your package out. I did not email you your tracking number yet, though, but like I said I was going to, but I do have that here, so I will try to remember to follow that up with you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in here, young coin hunter. Yeah, I don't remember saying I was going to have a limit there like that, but hey, maybe I said I was going to have a limit. I don't know, I'm sorry, but now I was just going through a bunch of stuff in the last couple days trying to figure out what to do with some stuff, and I knew I wanted to do an auction, you know, and yeah, it ended up being 155 things I pulled together, and actually there's probably another couple hundred that I just quit listing. So I don't know how long it will take to auction 155 things because I've never done an auction on here. And like I said, I know when I do live streams, I have a lag of, 20 seconds or so. So it's not going to be easy. So maybe I won't do that many. Maybe I'll get a third of the way through the auction on Saturday and say, all right, this is too much. We'll do the rest another day. I don't know. It's just the first time doing stuff, and we'll see how it goes. And hopefully you guys, if you want to join me on a Saturday for that, you guys will have a little bit of patience with that. Hey there, Blues. How you doing? Silver Coin Hunter. Good to see you too. Thanks for coming in. No, what I do is I have in the description, I made up an auction catalog. So if you guys want to get a preview of the items I'm going to be selling, and I have them available. So if you guys want to take a close look at anything, I'll show you right now. I know not everyone will be able to probably attend the auction on Saturday, so that's why I wanted to make a video, and I just figured I'd just do it as a stream because that'll save it as a video right now. Just to let everybody know, if you can't make it on Saturday, as long as you send me an email by Friday night of which items you would want to put bids in and what your maximum bids are, you can basically email me like a book bid. So during the live auction, I can execute that bid for you, and I won't just bid the max bid, of course. It'll just give you a chance to bid against whoever's there. I mean, if two people send me bids on the same item, then of course whoever's the higher bidder will have to beat that other person by $1. But it'll just be a way that give you guys a chance to get in on some stuff, even if you can't make the live auction, because I know sometimes people can't be there, especially if the auction goes for hours and hours. If there's just one or two things you really want, go ahead and send me an email with your bid. So into the description, I got a link to a PDF file that's the auction catalog. I know it works because Young Coin Hunter said he'd already taken a look at it, and he's already asking me about stuff. The 1939 proof quarter, let me grab that one for you there. It did not come out of a proof set. It's this right here. And I got to get my other screen here just so I can see what I'm doing. It's just in a capital plastic holder. So there it is there. I estimate it probably would grade a proof 63 or a proof 64, somewhere in that range. I bought a collection of coins at one of the recent Long Beach shows and had a bunch of stuff in it. It had a capital plastic holder with the proofs 1950 through 1964, and then this one was just kind of loose in a 2x2 by itself, so they never really did the whole set. But I sold the other capital holder with the later date proofs by itself, and then still have this one available. So if anybody needs a good deal on a 1939 proof quarter, we'll have one available there. Alright, now I gotta... Yeah, I really hate that YouTube changes their studio and all this stuff, because I was just finally getting to be able to figure out how to use the live streams and set up the event and everything, and now it's just it's totally different, and I'm just I gotta have the window all the way open or I can't even see the chat. But then that covers up the OBS, so I can't see what I'm doing live. So it's yeah, yeah, Blues. Thanks, I appreciate that. Like I says, it's probably too much to auction off, at once. So I don't know if I'll be able to do all of it on Saturday or not. I'm just gonna start selling stuff, and if everybody's having fun and we're all going through and it's working, then great. If it gets to be too much, if the lag's too much to deal with for all of us and we're all getting frustrated and nobody's buying anything anyway, then I'll just call it quits sometime. I mean, that's fine, or we'll do the rest of it another day. So anyway. Oh, hey there, Miss Jamie. I just saw your comment. Yeah, I know. I just started a little late. I just wanted to get something up because I know most people aren't going to be able to do it tomorrow, and I'm probably going to be pretty busy for Thanksgiving. So I was going to just do a quick video just announcing, hey, everybody, I'm doing this auction, and here you can download the auction catalog if you want to take a look. And but I figured, hey, why not? Let's just click the live stream button and hang out for a little bit. And that way, if anybody takes a look at the list and wants to see any of the items, I can just show you a close up. And for example, if you're not going to be able to be there on Saturday, you could go ahead and email me bids right now, and then I'll execute those bids against the live bidders. Here's a pretty cool one that we're going to have. It's the 1795 Mexico Spanish Colonial 8 Real. It's a pretty nice example too. 1795 out of Mexico City. Yeah, it's upside down. I did a coin turn when it's a metal turn. I knew better. The catalogs list this at $60 in VG, $90 in fine. I think it's more closer to fine than VG, and I think these usually sell a little better than the catalog anyway, but we'll see what it goes for. I think it's a fun coin. So there we go. There's one there. We got some gold. We got some silver. We got some silver bars, some gold bars, lots of proof and mint sets, bunch of slabbed coins, pretty much a little bit of everything. I was just going, like I said, I was telling Young Coiner, I was going through boxes and boxes of stuff, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with some of this, and most of it I just want to get rid of and get sold and maybe find some new homes for it. So I know that it's a big shopping weekend, and I know Saturday is, they call it Small Business Saturday, I hear on the news, and I'm a small business, so I figure let's see if we can put some coins in some new homes. Why not? Oh, thanks, Lincoln. Appreciate that. Yeah, and thanks, Young Coiner, for running the link to that to the auction catalog. Yeah, so I mean, the way it's going to work is we'll just, I got this opening bids listed there in the catalog. It's a PDF file. It's in the description of this video. If you're watching now, or if you watch this later and you want to see the catalog, it's hosted right on my website, so you just click on it and it goes right to that PDF file. And it's got all the stuff listed there with opening bids. I think the opening bids are pretty fair. I also put what I think the expected value or whatever it is, and I just kind of put an estimate there of what I think they will go for retail. I don't necessarily think everything will sell at those retail prices. I think some things will sell below, of course, and I think other things will sell higher, just the way it works at an auction. I just was, ballparking some of the stuff. Some of the stuff it's hard to say what the real value of retail, and some stuff might not sell at all because I have my reserve price, which is the opening bid, and if you guys don't want to pay that price, I'd rather keep it at that price. That's how that works. So, but I think I priced everything pretty fair. Levels of Madness, you do not need to register prior to bidding. I know some other people do that. They make you register. They make you pay a certain amount to do it, and I just don't really see much point in doing that. I mean, if you bid on some stuff, as long as you pay me, I'll mail it to you. If you don't pay me, then I keep the coins, and I'll be writing down who the underbidder is, and then I can contact that person if they still want the coin, and if not, then I'll sell it elsewhere. So I'm not going to make a big deal. Like I said, this is the first time I'm trying an auction on my own, so just kind of winging it, and hopefully you guys will all cooperate and help me along the way and not give me too much of a hard time with it. But yeah, so what I'll do is we'll auction a bunch of stuff. I'll keep tracks of who's winning what, and it'd be best if people just don't start sending money right away. I'd hope everybody would wait until I total things up and let you know how much the shipping's going to be, and I'll send you a PayPal invoice, and you guys can do it that way. If you really want to mail me a check or a money order, we can do it that way. It's easiest if all the winners are U.S. Bidders. I know some people are not in the U.S. I know, like, for example, some are in Canada or elsewhere. That's fine. I'll ship wherever, but you just got to understand the prices I give for shipping. Like, for just a small item here or there, it's going to be $3 or $4. It'll just be whatever a bubble mailer is going to be. If it'll fit in a small flat rate, we'll do that. If it's got to be a medium or large flat rate, it's got to be that. But if you're outside of the U.S., then you're going to have to pay the shipping. And you're going to have to probably email me to kind of guide me in the easiest way to ship, because you should be more familiar with how to ship to your own country than I probably am, because I don't do a lot of shipping worldwide. But we'll try to work with you. So as long as you're willing to work with me on it too. Hey, Dennis Stewart, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. So Young Coin Hunter, if you see anything else there on the list that you want to take a look at, just shout out which one, and I can show it off. And I even got my microscope plugged in if you guys want to take a look at anything. And I didn't intend for this to be a very long live stream or anything. Like I said, I just wanted to announce that, I've mentioned it in a few other streams that I'm going to be doing an auction on Saturday, but I just wanted to make sure people were aware. I wanted to make sure you guys had access to the auction catalog. I want to make sure everybody else who watches this now or before Friday night this week, if you look through that list, you see things you absolutely want to bid on, or but you know you can't be there during the live auction, then yes, you can go ahead and send me an email and tell me what your bid would be. If you need to have a picture of something to be able to make that bid, I might be able to do that depending on which items and how many items, but I don't want to be sending everybody photos of everything. But for some things you probably don't even need to see a photo to know you'd want to put a bid in. So if you feel free to do that, but I can't be taking bids, Saturday morning right before I start an auction. I'd have to have everything sent to me by Friday night just so I can have a good opening bid list, and so I can have your bids ready once the live bidding starts during the auction. So, Silver Coiner wants to see number 14, the Buffalo nickel in the old Rattler style holder. Well, I happen to have that right here. And you hear that? That's why they call it the Rattler holder. The coin rattles in there. It's just held in there with the gasket. It's not really held in by prongs, so that's why the coin actually turns. And you can actually shake it enough, you can actually spin the coin. I'll do it a little bit here. I got it a little bit straighter, but if you really work at it, you can get the whole thing completely straight. But the problem is, if I do that and then mail it to you, just in the mail, moving around, it'll probably rotate again. So, and some of these slabs have some stickers and some gunk on it. I'll probably clean that up a little bit before the auction. I'll try to make them look as pretty as we can, but it's just a nice MS65 Buffalo nickel. Number 55 and number 56. You know what would have been really cool? It would have been really cool if I would have printed out the whole list of things before. 54 and 55? Or no, 55 and 56. Those are the Ike dollars. Okay, I got them. I just had to open up another window so I can see that. Alright. The rattle is sweet. Hey there, Pink Floyd 86. And hey there, Tana. Thanks for coming in and saying hey. We're just going through. I'm going to do an auction Saturday. Well, noon my time, 3 p.m. Eastern for everybody. But just came up with the list, so I'm letting everybody take a look at the list of stuff. And then just going through some of the items if people want some previews. That's all we're doing. So this here's the 72S. The 72S is real nice. It's just in a capsule. And it's very clean. I mean, there's hardly any marks on it. It would probably grade at least 66, if not a 67. It's very nice. And I think I priced it a little bit higher on the list because of that. But you just don't always see the 40% silver Ikes just that nice. And then the 71 comes in the original holder, the blue pack that they would come in. So it's got the cardboard. It's in the plastic still. And it's an okay example. It's a little bit hazy. It's got some marks on it, and it'd probably grade 63 or 64. That's my guess. But it's still in the pack, and it's still a 40% Eisenhower dollar. And Lincoln's probably already emailing me his bids, right, Young Coin Hunter? So, absolutely. So that's those. I mean, if you wanted to take a closer look, I can put them under the microscope, but there's really not too much more to see. It's just a nice... I think the one in the capsule is real nice. Very, very good. Let's see. Patriotic Goomba, a.k.a. Michael I. Thanks for coming on in. Appreciate that. And the corgis and coins are in here too. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. Like I said, like I mentioned the others, we're just going over some of the stuff I'm going to be selling in an auction on Saturday, and I've never done that before on my channel. I've been in other people's auctions, and it all seems to go smooth when everybody else is doing it, but I'm not going to promise it'll go smooth when I'm doing it. And I probably got a little crazy there coming up with some items, because Young Coin Hunter pointed out that 155 items is probably a lot, and I doubt I'll get through them all on Saturday. So we'll just go through it, and if depending on how many people are there, or depending on how crazy it is, if someone just really wants a certain item that we're not even going to get close to, then maybe I'll just skip ahead to that one, or maybe we'll only get through a third of them, and we'll call it quits, and we'll say, hey, we'll continue the next, a week later. I don't know. We're just going to kind of wing it. So, but yeah, Young Coin Hunter just posted a link there, and then I also got the link in my description. It's a PDF file that's on my website. It's just what do you call it? It's the auction catalog. So number 101, a 1970 proof, and let me just pull up my thing here and make sure that's what it is. Number 101, a 1970 proof set. Okay. And 102 is a proof set, and I think 103 is a proof set. I got several proof sets, but I'll show you if I can find them right here. There's one of them, and I thought I had another one here too. Yeah, here's another one. Let me grab that. So yeah, these do not have the original boxes. They're just the hard plastic capsule here. CoinOp has 20 to 30 items, and each time his streams last 2+ hours. Yeah, but I'm not going to be singing songs like they do in the background and messing around. We're just going to be cruising and selling coins. No, I didn't realize it was only that many items. So maybe maybe I put way too many items. So yeah, the $50 has just a little bit of haze to it on this one here, but it's an okay set. This one here, the $50 has a bit more haze to it, but they're okay. And these are, remember, the 1970 proofs, the last 40% silver Kennedys. So, and I do have one more of them here too. So we got 3 different 1970 proof sets. Let me grab this other one here. Sorry, I didn't have them completely in order, but here we go. There's the other one here. Again, this $50 has quite a bit of haze on it too, as you can see there. Just the way silver gets, sometimes after what, 1970, it's almost 50 years. So there we go. Jeep and John, what's everybody gonna buy me? Yeah, tell me which ones you want. That's it. I don't have any W quarters here. I was gonna sell the ones that were gifted to me, but I hear that's kind of uncool to do that, Jeep and John, so I'm keeping mine. That's funny. I'm gonna go look at the list. Yeah, Jeep and John, I mentioned other people too. I put that list up because just to kind of give people an idea, and I know not everybody can be there during the live auction, so if there's something that you really want and you think the opening bid's a great deal and you'd even be willing to pay more, go, as long as people send me an email by Friday night of what items they're interested in and what their max bids would be, I can treat that as like a book bid, and then when the live auction opens up, I'll execute the bids for you. I won't jump right to your max bid. I'll just bid as if you were there for you. Now, if I get two people that send me bids, then I'll have to bid you guys against each other, and then whoever's the highest, I'll just make sure they outbid the other person by one bid, and that way at least you have a chance to win a few things if you're not there. So I think that'll be fun. Michael, you don't sell friend stuff. Yeah, exactly. No, I know. I was just teasing. But yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of we got some cool silver bars. Like this one's pretty cool. It's a Christmas bar from the Franklin Mint. This one's Christmas 1974. These are pretty popular. And this one here is 500 grains silver, I believe. So it's just over 1 ounce. And then this one here, it's just twice as thick, is a 1,000 grain silver bar. So it's just twice as thick. So it's just over 2 ounces. And these are both from 1974. And then the other one I got of those is from 1972. And it's another one of the thicker 1,000 grain silver bars. And it's just got a different Christmas scene. So those are kind of fun. So we got silver. Got a bunch of little gold bars. Like there's a 0.5 gram gold bar, a 1 gram, a 1 gram Pamp Swiss bar. Those are pretty popular. People like those. And then a 1 gram Perth Mint Australia. You'd buy that for $1? Well, I do have one item that I'm starting at $1 because I really didn't know what to price it at, and that is, I have no idea what the lot numbers are, but it is an 1879 Carson City Morgan dollar. So you can see down there at the bottom, it's got a couple rim dings, a little bit of rim damage at the top. You flip it over. Down here where it says $1, a couple of the letters have been kind of smashed away. So it's got some damage to it, but otherwise it's, a solid, VG plus to fine coin in details, and it is a Carson City, and it's the clear mint mark variety. It's not the capped CC. And I'm going to start this one at $1. If you look up in the gray sheets, like the lowest grade, I think they start at like VG8 or something. It's like a $200 coin. I think if you go into the red book, they go up. The lowest they show is maybe like a VF20, and that's like a $300-400 coin. So I think this coin here, as it is worth somewhere between $100 and $200. Not sure exactly what the number is, but that's why I'm starting it at $1. So we'll figure it out. Jeep and John's already got it $5. Hey, I'm not going to take the bids right now, but we're gonna But if you know you can't be there and you want to throw a bid in on it, send it to me in email by Friday night, and then I'll make sure you get executed. Sheldon, I do have an 1863 Benji, not in this auction though. It is it's actually in the mail, and I've seen the guy texted me a picture of it. It's going to be pretty cherry. So thanks for coming on in here, but that's not going to auction. That's going right into the mail to a friend of mine. So. So yeah, so I got that one coming in there. So so I just thought it'd be fun to put it started at $1 because I really wanted to start every one of my items at $1, just because I do want to get things sold, and I think, you get enough people in an auction and people know about it, things will go for fair prices. But then I started thinking, if everybody knows I'm just going to sell everything, no reserve, and start at $1. Some of y'all might collude with each other and just take turns winning things from me for $1 just to kind of screw me over. So I guess bottom line is I don't trust y'all. So we're not going to do that. So that's why I go ahead and started opening bids and basically put reserve prices because, I don't know. I guess I'm just too scared to start everything at $1 because I don't want to, lose. on some of the stuff, yeah, I don't really care. Like some of the proof sets, if someone buys them cheap, that's one thing. But like some of the other coins, like I got this one here, it's a coin from the UK. It's a half sovereign gold proof coin. Yeah, I don't want this to sell for like less than the gold value, for example. I'd rather keep it at that price. So. And these, I think if you go to Atmex and just buy any other date half sovereign proof gold, I think they sell them for around $230 is what their price is today. For example, I think I'm starting this one at $175, which is basically the melt value because It's got 0.1177 ounces gold, so it's almost 0.12 ounces. And we know a tenth of an ounce is about $150. So yeah, it's just going to start out right about the belt value. So, all right, very fun. Bad business decision. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Jeep and John keeps yelling out 150. I don't know. I'm gonna make them. I'll just pick something and charge them 150. Is that what we're gonna do? Here's a little gold coin that's kind of fun. This is the one from Ireland. It's a little gold coin. It's 1 1/4 gram, and these sell on eBay in the $75 to $100 range. I think I'm starting at maybe about $60. Like I said, I didn't have the list right in front of me, but what are you guys bidding on? And that's the thing. Yeah, I know other channels, the mods run the auctions and they take the bids. I'm not doing that right now. I'm the one that says when things sell. So you guys have fun if you want, but. But yeah, if you guys are looking at that list and there's anything else you want me to show you here while we're having fun with our coins, just let me know and I'll be happy to do it. But yeah, I know you said there's 155 lots green go. That's yeah, like I said, I was just going through a lot of my stuff trying to decide what I would sell, and it just got to become a lot of stuff, and I might have to break this up into a couple auctions because I have no idea how long it's going to take to sell these. Someone just mentioned that some of the other channels, they sell like 25 to 30 items and it takes 2 hours. I don't think it's going to take me that long to sell a few items, but I could be wrong. Like I said, especially because I know right now in my channel I got a 20 to 30 second delay. So this one's kind of fun for people that like stuff. This here is the 1986 Statue of Liberty $50. So I got that listed in there. This is actually a box of 5 of them, and this is how you ordered them from the mint. So if you ordered 5 of the Kamems in 1986, this is the mint shipping box. I mean, it also came in a bigger box. And then there's 5 small boxes inside of it. And I'll just show you how these work. And then they're in a little tray with the fancy mint packaging. And then you got your Statue of Liberty $50. The box and paperwork. So yeah, this is just a fresh box of 5 sets from the mint with the mint box and everything. And I figured instead of selling these ones individually, we would just go ahead and see if anybody wants these as a group. And I think I'm starting it off pretty cheap, but remember this box here, it's a big box, so it's going to take a few bucks in shipping. And so if you really want the box and all that, then as long as you're buying a bunch of other stuff, it's not going to be a big deal. But yeah, you can have the day off Saturday, Lincoln, no problem. I know it's a holiday weekend, so you want to see the MacArthur 50 centavo? Perfect. That's right here. So it's got some, moderate toning to it. I wouldn't say it's terribly attractive toning, but it's there. Let me get a little bit more light here, even though I know it puts tons of glare on everything else, but so you can see the coin a little better here for a second. And these were done right after the Philippines became independent after World War II, because remember, they were a territory of the U.S. from 1898 through World War II, and we made all their coins, the U.S. Philippines coinage, but we still did this coin for them. So this is a 1947S done at the San Francisco Mint, and it's General MacArthur, defender and liberator of the Philippines. So, and I know most of these are actually double die obverse and double die reverse. I'm going to take a quick look under my loupe and see if I can see that. Yeah, you know what? Maybe this will be fun. I'll pull up my microscope and I'll show you guys that this is a double die obverse. Even though, if you look in the books on the Philippines coins, they're going to make that sound like that's a rare thing and that that's something special. But almost every one of these I've ever seen is also the double die obverse. And it's actually a double die reverse too, so it's both. So that ain't going to show it there. I got to bear with me just a second. I got to do the super zoom in here by holding it up to the thing, and but this will be fun if it works. Let me get a nice clear look here and find out where that part is. And we'll see if we can see it. You'll see the U of Art, that there says Douglas MacArthur. You'll see it in the U especially once I get it focused, of Arthur. See how it's doubled there? Hopefully you guys can see that. And you can see it in the H too. I mean, you get this in hand and in a loop, you can see all the letters are doubled on these. And it's also a double die reverse variety, so let me flip it over. Well, I don't know if this one is, but most of them are. You look in the stars, there's slight doubling you see there on the bottom of the star. Not major, but if you know your Philippines coins and you look it up in a catalog, you'll see that there's a double die obverse and a double die reverse variety of these. And like I said, almost every one I've ever seen is the variety. Let me spin it a little bit there, and you could probably see some more of that doubling in the letters of Douglas MacArthur. Okay, that's fun. Let me turn that light off, and we'll go back to the screen here. What's Young Coin Hunter doing here? This auction's going to be longer than my wheat bag break. Funny you mentioned that, Young Coin. I don't know if you saw the other day. I was in, I think it was a Cajun stream. I was just at that coin shop where I bought that 5,000-cent wheat bag, and I was just there last night, and I asked them, hey, when are you going to get me another one of those wheat bags? And they go, well, we're working on it. We got one close for you. But then they said, we got a bag of nickels if you really want something now. And I'm like, well, what's the bag of nickels? And they showed me the bag, and it's just a big bag. It's, you know, with a cool canvas bag, and it's 4,400 nickels that are all pre-1960. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Why not? And so it's going to be a bunch of Jefferson nickels, just 1938 through 1959. They said they took out most of the war nickels, of course, but they said there's lots of key dates in there. There's a whole bunch of 38 DNSs, 39 DNSs. They said they know there's at least a couple 50Ds. Said there's probably a few Buffalo nickels, a few Liberty nickels, maybe even a few Shield nickels. So just think that'll be kind of fun. So I don't know if I'm going to sell spots in that or I'm just going to go through it on my own. But one way or another, I'll show it off here at least some point too. But sorry I'm falling behind in the chat there. Young Coin Hunter wanted to see the rainbow toned. Let me grab that one real quick. That's it right here, and it probably doesn't show well. Let me put it under my microscope and probably show a little bit better. There, you can see the rim there. If I tilt it just right and get into the rim, it's got a nice little arc of rainbow color at the top. Hopefully y'all see that. Yeah, Roy, I'd probably put too many things in the auction. I don't know if I'm really going to sell that many all in one day. I think we'll just start going through it, and if everybody's having fun, we'll keep going. And if everybody says this is taking forever, we got other stuff to do, and everybody's complaining and giving me the thumbs down and booing me, and then maybe we'll call it quits and keep going another day. So there's that one, Young Coin Hunter. And what else somebody else was asking about another one there I saw. So that was the rainbow rim. Yeah, maybe, for that MacArthur, maybe the one that's more rare is the one without a double die. What's the best piece dollars available? There's a few certified piece dollars here. I don't know if you saw those listed. But I got those right here. They're all graded NGC MS64. So there's a 1922. Got a little bit of haziness on the surface, not a ton. There's a 1923 MS64. And a 1924, so 3 years in a row. So these are probably going to go for a little bit more just because they're certified, and MS64, you know, is obviously a little better than just a 60 or 63 or whatever people would usually call an ung. But in the piece dollars, we also got, you'll see the ones I listed that are not certified. There's some good coins in here. And by good coins, I mean nice uncirculated ones. And I tried to be fair in the descriptions. So, I mean, you'll see, like, here's an example, the 1922. It's just a nice lustrous coin, and it's, you know, definitely uncirculated. Another real nice one in the group. Let me see if I can find it real quick. 1923 here. I don't know if the mint... Yeah, 1923 Philly. Real nice coin. Got tons of detail and pretty well struck. Hey there, EVG Hobbies. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for nice piece dollars and don't care about the certification, there's some nice ones in the where I listed. I think there's 8 of them total. I kind of listed all together. So, and the if you read the descriptions, I think I did them pretty well there. I kind of described them as best I could. So hopefully that makes sense. The stream will start with 150 people and 10 hours later. Thanks for the vote of confidence there, Young Coin Hunter. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, geez. Awesome silver. Hey, thanks. So those are the piece dollars. Yeah, like I said, if you guys have questions on any of the other ones in particular, otherwise I can just show off a few more of them here that are fun. I mean, here's like, this one's a little fun one. I think I'm starting this one at $5. Just a little 5 gram or, no, this one's quarter ounce silver bar in a little hard capsule and in a flip. So double protected. Look at that. That's fancy. This silver round is really cool. This is looks like the old bust dollar, like an 1804 dollar. And it's got some color on it too. I'll put this one under the microscope because I think it brings up the color a little better. Right here where I got like the coins, it looks, you know, okay, I guess, on camera for light. But where I'm sitting here, it's dark. I mean, these webcams are made for low light, I guess. And, you know, when I'm looking at coins, I'll put the lights like I usually have them. I usually have it like this so I can see the stuff. But then the webcam just makes everything so bright. I'm sure there's ways to fix the settings on all that, but it's easier for me just to turn the lights away. But then I'm kind of sitting here in the dark. But anyway, I'll figure that out one day. But here, under the microscope, you can see that there's color. The whole reverse of this is just beautiful toning. And I gotta tilt it just to get it right, and you'll see my fingers there too. But this is a real nice silver round. And it's like toned all around. Nice color. And the other side's got a little bit of color to it, but nothing like the reverse. The reverse is just real cool. This is more just like an antique kind of look, but it's got tons of great detail, and it's just a real, look at that. Nice. That's nice. Real nice silver round. The Irish coin is Jeepin' John's. Well, I think one way, I mean, I guess, I don't know, there's a few people in here. 23 people. Wow, I didn't think there was going to be that many. But maybe we should just start selling some stuff now, because that'll make the auction go a lot faster on Saturday, wouldn't it? No, I can't do that. That wouldn't be right. The green money is Jeepin' John's. Yep. Yeah, that silver round's pretty cool. I like that one. So, yeah, and most of this stuff, I mean, I just get at local coin shops, or some of it I take in trades when I do deals at coin shows. Other things I just buy at local coin club meetings. Yeah, Roy, you picked up on that? Nice. I guess Lincoln didn't like what you wrote there, though. Sorry about that. All right. What did you miss? Can you go through it again all from the beginning? Yeah, sure. Okay, start over. All right, everybody. How you doing? Thanks for coming into my stream. Hey, Silver Nitrate. Thanks for coming. In the description, I got a link to a PDF file. It's an auction catalog. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing, and I've never done an auction, so I put way too many things in the auction. I put 155 lots, which I thought I could get through in a couple hours. 3 hours or so, maybe tops, but everybody's telling me it's going to take 10 or 12 hours, so maybe we will not get through that many. Maybe it'll be broken up into a few different auctions, but so I got a PDF file there. If there's something in that file that you know for sure you want to bid on and are willing to pay more than the opening bid, send me an email by Friday night, and I can treat that as a book bid, so I can execute that bid for you on Saturday if you know you can't be there, so you'll still have a chance. I mean, I won't just run you up right to your max bid. And you'll be able to watch that all back to make sure there's another bidder. The only time you won't see the bidding is if two people send me a bid in advance, and so then I got to just make sure that one person outbids the other by $1. So that's how that works. So I mean, if you know you can't be there and you know you want to try to win something, you know you don't want to lose it, then that's one way you can do it. I just want to give people a chance to do that. So a couple hours, maybe a couple days, yeah. Then 25 in a couple of... Shoot. I don't know what I'm thinking. I guess I'm thinking that when I do major coin auctions, like when I bid in Heritage or Stax Bowers or any of those auctions, I mean, they go through like 150 lots an hour. So I was figuring, yeah, they're all set up for it, and they got the computer doing it, all of it to the auction software. I figured, well, I could do it at least like, 1/3 of the time is what they were doing, so... EVG, not necessarily a buy it now price, but for example, this coin right here, the 1879cc dollar, I'm starting it at $1. I have no idea what it's going to sell for. My guess is that it's going to be between $100 and $200, in that range somewhere. It's an 1879cc. It's got a little bit of damage on it. It's not a perfect coin, but it's a 79cc, and it's the clear CC variety. So if you know you for sure want to buy this, and if Silver Nitrate wants to buy it, and Jeeping John, but none of you guys can be there on Saturday, send me an email with what your max bid is. If you say $50 and Silver Nitrate says $75, but Jeeping John says $150, I'll start the auction. Jeeping John's leading at $76 because it'll be $1 higher than everybody else. And then as the auction goes on, I'll keep bidding for Jeeping John against whoever else is bidding live until someone outbids him totally. Just a way to kind of get you guys to be able to participate even if you can't make it. Now I hope everyone just doesn't email me bids and then nobody shows up Saturday and I'm just auctioning, doing all the auction for y'all, but I just think it'd be kind of a way to get some people to try to get a couple coins. I mean, I hope that people that do that only send me emails, but for a few things here and there, and don't just send me bids on all 150 things or whatever, but we'll see. So one more you want to take a look at, the Franklin $half and MS64. Is that other Rattler holder I got, I think? Let me take a look here. I think that is. It rattles. It's the 1959 MS64 Ben Franklin $half. Got nice mint luster. It's got a couple little dirt spots here and there, a little bit. It's not perfect by any means. That's why it's an MS64, but it's a nice coin. Yeah, pretty much just a proxy bid, Delicious, something like that. And of course, that's only if you got to trust that I'm not just going to run you right up to your max and pretend there's other bidders. I'm not, but I'm not going to do that. And if you don't trust me to do it like I say I'm going to do it and be fair with it, then be there live and bid live. That's fine too. I'm just trying to make it a little bit easier for people that can't be there. And I did not show that one Silver Nitrate. I'm happy to show that though. The Prisoner of War dollar is right here. That's this one here. And I'm looking at it. The holder's got a few light scuffs in it. But the coin itself maybe has just a slight touch of haze on the surface. But otherwise it's nice. Hey there, Lady B. Thanks for coming on in. Yeah, that's cool, EVJ. I think we could do that too. Yeah, like, put your bids in, but yeah, if all of a sudden you say, hey, we're getting up to so and such amount, then don't put any more bids in for me. That's pretty fair. I can understand that. We'll try. Like I said, and again, this is the first time I'm doing an auction with y'all here, so if either one of us screws up, if I screw something up or if you screw something up in the bidder, look, I mean, I'm not going to get too crazy about it. We'll just undo whatever we do. I'll be writing down, or I'll be trying to write down as we go on, who the underbidders are. If you all of a sudden say, man, I didn't mean to buy that, whatever, or I didn't mean to win that much, I don't want to have everybody do this to me because that's not right either. But if it's an honest problem, then I'm not going to get crazy over $1 or $2. I'll just contact the next person, So I can understand that. And so hopefully you guys are willing to work with me too in case I make a mistake, which I hope I don't. But yeah, it's a pretty cool one. Yeah, it's got like the barbed wire going around the eagle there. But while I got the commemoratives here, I don't know, I'm sure a lot of you probably haven't even seen it, but these are cool. So there's the Leif Erikson from 2000. So that was the 1000th anniversary of, I guess, Leif Erikson discovering America, about 500 years before Columbus apparently got all the credit for it. So that's a real cool coin. And this one here is the Iceland version of the Leif Erikson. And both of these were actually struck at the Philadelphia Mint. So the Philadelphia Mint made both of these. So they did, and they sold these in 2 coin sets that year. Most people just got the silver dollar for America, but there were some 2 coin sets. So everybody's raving about the 2 coin Canada set they did this year with the Silver Eagle and the Maple Leaf, and then next year there's going to be a U.S. and U.K. set with the 2020 Pilgrim commemoratives, and people are going crazy about that. But yeah, 20 years ago the U.S. Mint was doing that too. So it was a U.S. and Iceland set. So both of these will be in there. And I thought about putting these together as a single item just because they're that cool. But nah, I put them in a separate. So hey there, Native Gypsy. Very cool. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate you guys all coming in and checking it out. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick video or something anyway, just to let everybody know that I did print up an auction catalog so you guys can take a look at that. But I figured, I'll just go ahead and click the live stream button, and that way we can hang out for a minute and show some stuff off if anybody wants to take a look. And I think you guys have helped convince me that maybe 155 items was too many. I don't know. So, but hey, we'll get started with it at least, and depending on how many people are there, then if there's only 10 people there and nobody's bidding and everybody's saying, hey, go to this lot, then maybe I'll just jump ahead and sell whatever people want to buy, and I don't know, we'll play it by ear, but I think it'll be fine. This one here is the 1763 Catherine the Great Russia 5 Kopeck, just a huge copper coin if you haven't seen these before. There's the date, 1763, and it's a little bit off-center the way this one struck, but these are just cool. It's just not, cool to hold this big chunk of copper. I think they weigh just over 50 grams. So I got 3 different ones of these in there, and I just showed you this one because this flip was actually kind of open already. The other ones, they're in flips that are... Where was that? The flips are still sealed, so I haven't taken them out of the flips yet, but you can just see, like this one in particular, just from being in the flip for probably the last 20, 30 years, whatever it is, and just moving around, it's just left so much like little pieces of dirt or something from the coin that you can hardly see the coin. But if I move it over to the other side, you can see like there's the ring where the coin rubs up against, so I think I might just take it out of this flip, because the flip's not really that important. It just shows that it's part of this Novgorod hoard, which I don't know how important that is to anybody anyway, but I think I could still keep this together, but I think it would be better to get that coin out just so we can see it a little better. So, But yeah, these are just fun coins. And they're not that expensive. I mean, just for a 250-year-old chunk of copper like that, that's fun. I think it's fun. So, can't believe 2000 was 20 years ago. Man, I'm old. Yeah, every day we're getting older. I guess that's a good thing. So, yeah, Stephen Parsons, that Leif Erikson set, those are pretty cool. And I showed the 2 proof coins. I also have one of the Leif Erikson silver dollars in the mint state. I think it's a PCGS MS69 that's in the auction, and that's got a pretty low mintage. I think it's just going from memory there. I wrote it in the catalog. It's like 28,000 mintage or something. Just a real low mintage for a modern commem. I mean, you look at that Silver Eagle that they just sold last week, 30,000 of them, and it sold like in 10 minutes, and now people are paying thousands of dollars for them. I mean, here's a really cool looking commem. They only sold 28,000 of those, and no one seems to care about them, so kind of weird. But it's whatever the hot thing is of the day, I guess. So, hi Richard, how you doing? Thanks for coming on in. Appreciate that. Oh, you have one of the 5 Kopecks? Is that what you're talking about, Cindy? Those, I just like those. I think they're fun. Talking about item number 80. I don't know the numbers. What is that? The Statue of Liberty, proof $50 and silver dollar, missing the gold coin? Yeah. And what those are, just so you, in case anybody's wondering what the heck that is, so this is item number 80, for example. It's Statue of Liberty coins. And on the edge it says the gold, silver, and the $50. Well, if you open it up, there is no gold coin. So what I did with these is I got these from a local dealer that does not care about modern commems very much. He just bought some of these sets from customers. He pops the gold coin out and sells those. And he basically almost throws these away. So he's like, here, you want these real cheap? And I'm like, sure. And, so it's got the silver dollar. And I don't even think he charged me at all for the $50 part. He just charged me whatever his going rate on the silver dollars were. So he's like, you want the boxes and the paperwork with them? I'm like, well, yeah, sure, if they come with it. So that's what these are. It's just the 3 coin set, but missing the gold coin. So you get the 2 coins on these. But it's still got the certificate and the box and all that. So, and I guess if you really, really wanted the gold coin that belongs in here, you could send me an email, and I'm sure I could get you one and make it a complete set. But you might as well just buy a complete set. So we have a 1945 $50. Don't know if it. I mean, definitely has the silver value for sure. Of course. Could I show the number 92, the Ben Franklin? Absolutely. And I appreciate you guys telling me what the actual item is, because I don't know I just added the lot numbers literally just minutes before I posted, this. So, but I'm guessing it's this one here, the 2000 Philadelphia. It's graded ICG MS70, and in looking at the coin, is it a perfect coin? I mean, it's close. I don't see anything majorly wrong, but would it grade PCGS MS70? I don't know. So I wouldn't go too crazy about the grade there. It's just a real nice example. So they call this the Franklin Scientist, because there was another Franklin issued that year too. So it's, him with the kite, trying to get struck by lightning. And then the reverse is just real cool with the joiner die flag. And I think this one has a relatively low mintage as well. Usually the mint state versions of the modern commems have way lower mintages than the proofs, because most people, if you're just going to buy one, everybody likes the way proofs look, it seems. Just like Stephen Parsons said a little while ago. Yeah, this is a pretty nice one. So yeah, if you guys like modern commemoratives, I got several of them in there, as you might have seen on the catalog there. I like this one too, even though they're not terribly expensive. If you haven't seen that one, the bald eagle 50 cent with the baby eagles and the egg in the nest. If you're trying to get any young kids into collecting, give them something like this, because especially younger kids, they just think that's awesome. That's been my experience, at least. Team 06, baby. It's got Challenger, the eagle on the reverse. Need to finish editing videos. I gotcha. Oh yeah, you want to see Team 06? Well, you need one of these, young coin hunter. It's the San Francisco Old Mint commemorative. Which, yeah, it's probably one of the most boring commemoratives just on this side, because, yeah, it's a picture of an old building, right? Cool. But the reverse, it's the Morgan dollar, so you get like a MS-69 Morgan dollar reverse to look at, which is kind of fun. And the $5 gold they made it this year, it's got the $5, gold reverse, so people like the set for that, for sure. So there you go, Team 06, young coin hunter. Here's one people don't see too often. It's one of the tougher ones, and I think I got this listed in there at 60 or 75 bucks or something like that. It's the law enforcement commemorative. A lot of the commemoratives in the mid-late 90s, they didn't do very well. And in years since, the prices have just gone way up. But it's a pretty nice example of it for people that are looking for that one. Yeah, you don't get snow on Oahu. On the other islands, they get it on the top of the volcanoes every so often. I mean, I guess the big islands always got snow, or every year they get it, but my family's on Maui, and they had some snow last year on the top of Haleakala, and yeah, everybody just goes crazy, because I guess it happens like once every 10 years or so they can see snow up there. It's kind of fun. Thanks again for running that link, young coin hunter. It's saving me from having to copy and paste it there, but yeah, for those of you that haven't seen it, that's just a link to the auction catalog of where I got a little crazy and listed 150 plus items and thought I could probably get through that in maybe 3 hours, and you guys are all telling me no way in heck that's ever happening, so I don't know. I guess we'll just start selling some stuff and play it by ear on Saturday, and we'll see how far we get, and if we don't get very far, then I'll say, alright, we'll see you guys tomorrow and we'll sell some more. And then maybe I'll see you Monday and then maybe Tuesday as well. If Young Coin Hunter's correct, and it'll take me all week to sell the stuff, so I don't know. I was just going through a lot of stuff, and like all this stuff that's in that catalog is stuff I never even take to coin shows. It's not on my website. It's not in my regular inventory. It's just stuff that I've been buying at shops and shows just in the last 6 months or so, and I just kind of throw it in the box. I'm like, oh, that would be good for a coin club prize, or oh, that would be something I could do in an auction someday, or and it's just you just start it's so much easier to buy stuff, and it just accumulates and accumulates and accumulates, and I just decided I need to move a little bit of it. So Gringo, that's this coin right here. It's a 1/4 ounce Chinese gold medal, and it's they sold this in a 4 medal set, and so I'll show it just here real quick, and then I'll pull it up under the scope so you can see the detail, because I know this webcam is just not the best. So it was a 4 medal set, and I think the mintage was real low on it. I put the mintage in the catalog. It's either 2,500 or 5,000 coins. So, and there were just different gods. Like one of them they called one of the Buddha. This is the Kuan Yin goddess or whatever it is. But I'll pull up the microscope here just so you can get a closer look. So it's not the best condition. It's not in the original capsule or anything. It's been loose, so it's got a little bit of toning, and it might have a couple little marks here and there. So if you send it in for grading, it would not grade like a 69 deep cameo. It's got a couple light scratches. But it's definitely a tougher one. So I mean, I've seen these sold like in auctions, like a proof 69 deep cameo. They go for about $1,000, and it's just a 1/4 ounce of gold. So this one here, because I know it's slightly impaired, I guess, for lack of the better word for it. I'm starting it quite a bit lower, and we'll see if anybody's interested, and if not, then I'll take it to the next Long Beach coin show and try to sell it there, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, you can look it up and you can find examples of the 4-coin set. Like, and they've had a couple of them in some of the heritage auctions. But yeah, it's not actually a coin. It doesn't have a denomination on it, so they call it a medal. But yeah, so if I were to like try to grade this one, if they would give it a number grade, I'd say it's probably like a 63 deep cameo. So it definitely has some issues, but it's still got that deep cameo, mirrored field, frosted devices, and it's still got a real nice look to it. But you really get it close under a microscope like that, you'll see it's not equal to the real high dollar ones that you might find online if you try searching it. So that's that one. What else do I got here? This one's kind of cool. Let me show this one while I'm right there next to the Chinese coins. This one here is the 2017 Panda, and they call this inaugural strike, certified number 7 out of 92 in MS70. So I'm guessing this was one of those shopping network coins where I don't know what inaugural strike means, and I don't know why there's only 92 of them, and this one's number 7 of 92. Maybe that means something. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys will be able to look that up and figure it out. I don't know. But remember, not only do you get the coin in the ANAX holder, only 92 of those, and this one's number 7, but you also get the fancy red oak presentation box with this one too. So how about that? That there alone is probably worth something, right? Isn't that what they tell you on the TV? So, yeah. This was something, like I said, I bought this out of a local coin shop, and it was probably something somebody paid well over $100 for, maybe $200, whatever. Probably in the beginning of 2017 when the Panda, or at the end of 2016 when the new Pandas come out, really. Someone probably paid way too much money for this on Home Shopping, and somebody else, maybe that same person, maybe somebody else in the family sold it to the coin shop, and the coin shop's like, oh, here, I got something you might like, and they hand this to me. I'm like, yeah, you're right, I do like that. They know me. Yeah, the one coin shop I go to, it's whenever I go there, they have like a box of stuff that's already ready for me. So sometimes they'll call me and say, hey, Mike, your box is getting pretty full up here. You need to come up and buy some coins. I'm like, okay, no problem. And head on up there and grab a big box of coins. So, and some of it's good stuff. Others is just, a bunch of just cheap stuff that they know I like, which makes it fun. Never know what I'm going to get. So, but it's nice that, they pull stuff aside and do that because, I'm able to get some cool stuff. But the other part of that is whatever they're pulling aside for me, once I go up there, I can't be too picky looking through and go, oh, you know what? I really don't like this one, or, oh, I don't want that, because everything they give me is super fair price, even if I don't like the coin itself or if it's a bad example or there's something wrong with it. But so I take a quick look, and as long as I like 80% of it, I just say, okay, no problem, and just pay them, because you want them to keep doing it. You don't want them to know that whatever they're saving, you're going to be a pain in the butt and be picky once you get there. So, you just pay it and be happy with it. And even if 10 or 20% of it's stuff you don't want, so what? Deal with it. That's the way I look at it, at least. So, all right, very cool. Let me see real quick if there's anything else I want to show you real quick. Like, this was kind of fun. This was one thing I just got at a coin shop recently. It's just got, $3 half, a nice little display, Walking Liberty, Franklin, and Kennedy. The Kennedy and the Franklin are both uncirculated. It's a 63 Franklin and a 64 Kennedy. And then the Walking Liberty is probably just an XF coin. But you could open this up and put 3 uncirculateds in there if you like doing something or you want to display it. The holder's got a, when you get it in a light and you put an angle like that, it shows a lot of light scratches, but you don't see them as bad. I guess you maybe do. It's a little bit beat up, but it's still fun. What do we got here? I think it was sold at the Hong Kong coin shop. PC. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is. But it's in an 8X holder, huh? That's weird. Oh, you mean you think the coin was sold there? Okay, yeah, okay, I gotcha. Lincoln, buy it now, buy it now. I don't know what my prices are, Lincoln. I guess I could have done that. Maybe that would have been easier if I would have put the opening bid, my estimated price or whatever I put. I don't even remember what I call it. And then I guess I could have put a buy it now price and just had you guys race to the email and see what you wanted. But I don't know. I've been told when I do stuff, because I've sold some stuff like when I'm late night on Cajun streams or other video, every now and then I'll be showing something off and someone will say, oh, I'll buy that. I'm like, okay, sure. And then I get like 2 or 3 other people saying I sold it way too cheap or whatever. Yeah, Young Coin Hunter, it's a 1963. I'm sorry. I just said 63. But yeah, 1963. Yeah, so I just don't want to throw a bunch of stuff out there and name prices. And I think it's more fun to do an auction, especially if you guys go crazy and bid way more than I think it's worth. So, absolutely. So there's ANAX, PCGS. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll take a look at that. Or maybe I won't. Maybe you've already researched it and you know it's a great deal at whatever my starting price is and you'll be bidding on it. I don't know. We'll see. Walker, Benji, or... Well, yeah, that's why that one says Franklin. Because believe it or not, you go to any coin show or go out into the real world outside of YouTube and you start telling people you like Benjis, they're not going to know what the heck you're talking about. Most places. Most places they're called Franklin half dollars or Ben Franklin half dollars, but I guess a lot of people on YouTube just like calling them Benjis, so that's fine. But yeah, you go up to a dealer somewhere, or at least a lot of the old school dealers, at least here in California, and you say, hey, I'm looking for a roll of Benjis, they're going to be like, looking at you like a deer staring in the headlights or something. That's my experience. So, all right. Well, with some prices you don't agree, and some, well, that's fine, EVG. Yeah, I know. I think I tried to price things where I think at least like 80-90% of it I think will sell, and for others I think they have a chance to sell, and otherwise I wouldn't waste people's time listing, or wouldn't waste my time listing them. But there's a few things that I just know I don't want to sell too cheap because I'd rather keep them at some price. But or I just know there's other things, like especially for the gold. I mean, I know I want to at least get the gold value out of it, because otherwise I could sell some of this stuff to my local coin club and they can use that as prizes. So yeah, there's a few things that I'm probably a little more aggressive on the pricing, but others I mean, I think there's a few things there I'm way low on the pricing, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I got a few of these too. Just quoting. Yeah, I know VC. These are the 2017 225th anniversary enhanced uncirculated sets. So they're not proof sets. They're enhanced uncirculated sets. And they're cool if you haven't seen them before. So it's basically just a regular uncirculated coins, but then like certain, like the lettering on them's like got like a proof finish, like they're polished. Just got a little bit different look to them. And there's certain areas that are like selective polishing. Might think of the dog Benji. Yeah, you never know. Just like everybody's saying pennies, right? Exactly. And then the quarters. Yeah, so it comes with those and then the quarters. It doesn't come with like the dollar coins or the presidential dollars. I mean, oh, I got those upside down. Look at that. But yeah, these were pretty popular when they came out. Everybody needs to check the mintage figures on those. I'm guessing they're pretty low. Hey there, J.M. Engelhard. Thanks for coming on in. Happy early Thanksgiving. Yeah, so these are fun sets. So if you look at the listing where I put that, you'll see that I got it there, and I say like I put something like multiple sets might be available, and so yeah, if it sells at a price I'm happy with, I think I got like 3 others here that I might sell too. But if it just sells basically at the opening bid and nobody else is interested, then I'm only going to sell the one. I just thought I would do it that way instead of listing, you know, the same thing 4 times when I'm not even sure one will even sell. So thought that was a fair way to do that. And I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that too, to where, you know, you'd be able to expect maybe I might be reaching out to you if you are the underbidder. to give you a chance to buy one. Maybe. You bought that set last week after looking at the mintages. Yeah, I haven't looked at the mintages, so I might have to look that up. Because I bought those sets, I think I bought those at the Denver A&A show. I think that's where I got them, because that's when I was at that show, the A&A World's Fair Money. I think I might have bought them at the show. It's Thanksgiving where Lincoln's at. Happy Thanksgiving. What time? Yeah, it's 10:30 where I'm at. So yeah, I guess it is Thanksgiving on the out east and in the Midwest now. Very good. All right, I'm just scanning through the rest of this, seeing if there's anything else that I have to show you. Probably nothing I really have to show you. Like I said, if there's any of the other items you want to take a look at, we can do that. The show in the OC, which one is that, J.M. Engelhard? That's not a Carrie show. That's not the Anaheim Monthly show, is it? Yeah, I guess that is. That's the first, because that's December 1st, isn't it? Okay. Probably not. Probably won't go to that one. Oh, that's pretty cool, Silver Nitrite. So this one here, this is the 1983-1984 Olympic set, and I already, well, I guess I'll show it to you just so you know, because maybe not everybody's seen these sets. It comes in a big, box like this. So that's the box, United States Mint. And inside there's a big fancy wooden box with the seal on it. And on the inside, got the LA Olympics emblem, and then you got 4 silver dollars. You got the 283 silver dollars for the Olympics, the uncirculated proof, and then the 84 is the uncirculated proof. And don't pay attention to these holes in the middle. There was just a couple $10 gold coins there, but you don't get those. So again, this was one of those deals where I got this at a local coin shop. They don't care about modern commems too much, the silver dollars at least, but they do like gold. So they bought this from a customer, I'm sure, popped those 2 gold coins out, and threw this in the box of stuff for me to buy because they knew I would buy it. So instead of just selling these commemorative dollars individually, which I'm sure people would buy, I think it's more fun to keep it in the box. Somebody might want this box. I don't know. It's fun. Even though it adds a little bit to the shipping price, but hey, if you bid it and you win it, you're paying the shipping price, not me. That's the way I look at it. Or if you bid and win this and say, Kittle, I don't care about the damn box, just give me the silver dollars and throw this thing in the trash, well, there we go. You can do that too. It'll save you a few bucks in shipping if all you care about is the coins. Yeah, just a couple gold coins missing there. Yeah, 2 $10 gold pieces, right. Someone had a bunch of cigar boxes. Exactly. Let's see. Took OC. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Young Coin Hunter's real good with the internet. Wasn't that funny earlier today in Bill J's stream? He does a box of $50 every day, goes through them, and then at the end of it, he does a trivia question. And he used to do Red Book trivia, which was fun because I used to win that a lot because I know a lot about coins, and everybody's scrambling looking in their Red Book, and I don't even need to look in the Red Book for half the stuff. I'll just type it in there. But yeah, now he's been doing this trivia from Snapple caps, the tops of the Snapple drinks, and there's some weird trivia questions, but you get guys like Young Coin Hunter on there. He just already has the window open up onto the Snapple trivia website or something, and as soon as he asks the question, he just types it in there, and bam, he has the answer before anybody can even think about it. So once I saw he was off school today, I just typed in the chat. I'm like, well, congratulations in advance because I know you're going to win. And of course he ended up winning. So he nerdy Mike. What, you like my auction catalog, J.M. Engelhard? Is that what you're talking about? Absolutely. So, oh yeah, I knew you were going to win. I knew you were going to be right there at the top of the one of the firsts, of course, because some of those trivia questions are fun and all, but they're all Google. So all you got to do is type in whatever he says, and then add the word Snapple or Snapple trivia or whatever the heck you search, and you're going to get the answer. I mean, it's just they're all listed on the internet. At least with the Red Book trivia, the way he has to come up with a question because there's no questions in the book. So if you type exactly what he writes, it's not just going to pop up on a website all the time. You either got to think about it or you got to look it up. So it's Yeah, so I'm not a fan. I mean, it's Bill's stream. He can do it the way he wants, and I'm not gonna, tell him otherwise. But I don't like the Snapple cap because it just turns into a race of who can Google Snapple trivia the fastest. People don't even think about the questions. I'm sure half the people in there don't even remember what the question was. They just know they typed it in the Google real fast. Hi there, Jacob Gonzalez. Yo. Exactly. Moosox, thanks for coming on in. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all. And I'm not going to be on here much longer unless you guys are just that bored and want to look at some more coins. But again, for those of you joining us just recently, I'm going to be doing an auction on Saturday afternoon. Young Coin Hunter has been running the link there. That's my auction catalog. It's a PDF file. I guess I jumped in a little too heavy there and didn't realize what I was doing. I listed up 155 items. Everybody's telling me I'll be lucky if I get through 30 of them in a couple hours. So I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm not planning on doing like a 10-hour auction on Saturday, so we'll have some fun. We'll go through some items. We'll get through what we get through, and if we run out of time or it gets to be too much, then we'll continue on Sunday, or we'll then continue on Monday, and we'll keep going. So, but if you look at that catalog and you know there's things you absolutely don't want to miss, but you don't think you can be there on Saturday during the auction, I'm telling people you can go ahead and send me an email and tell me, hey, on lot number whatever, this is what I'm willing to bid, and I'll go ahead and execute that bid for you. Now, for example, if it's some item that I'm starting at $20 and you tell me you're willing to bid $50 on it, I'm not just going to charge you $50. I'm going to wait until the auction opens up, and if someone bids 20, I'll bid 21 for you. I'll say there's a prior bid of 21. And if they say 25, I'll say there's a prior bid of 26, and you'll pay whatever the fair one increment higher than anybody else. The only time I'm going to jump your price is if you tell me you have a bid of $50, and then someone else emails me and says, oh, my max bid's $45. Well, then right there, because I got two bids, I got to jump you to 46 before, because there was another person bidding 45. So I think that's a fair way to do it. It's basically executing a proxy bid, or a book bid is what they call it. So it's just a way that you can participate and you can have a chance to get a couple coins that you know you really want, even though you might not be able to make it to the live auction. So I don't know if that's just creating a ton of extra work and hassle for myself, but again, this is the first time I'm trying an auction, so we'll see. Hopefully it's fun. But yeah, go ahead and take a look through the catalog, and while we're on here, if you see any items that you want a closer look at, I mean, I have them here. I can pull them up under the microscope. I can show them under the light a little bit. And if you have questions on any of them, that's fine too. The only one in there I'm starting basically no reserve is this one here. It's an 1879 Carson City. Don't know the exact fair price of this one. It could be anywhere, so we're starting it at $1. So, and just I'll show this one because it is a high dollar coin. We'll put it under the microscope and we'll take a look. So there you go. You see it's an 1879. There are a few rim hits there at the bottom. You can see a little bit. We'll spin it around. It's easier for me to spin around there. There's some light damage at the top there. A couple more rim dings going into the field a little bit. Some light scratches. The reverse at the bottom, there's some damage. But you can still see everything. Clear CC mint mark. It's not the cap to die. It's the clear CC, which is slightly better. And it's got a lot of detail to it, but like there are a couple areas of some minor damage, so it's not a perfect coin by any means. I think if it was a solid like VF or fine condition, you're talking it's like a $300 to $350 coin. I'm estimating, as is the condition it's in, I think it's going to go somewhere between $100 and $200. I have no idea. So, could go for $250. It could go for $75. I don't know, but you guys go ahead and look it up. I mean, like I got my 2020 red book here. I'll go right to the page on Morgan dollars, for example. The lowest they list this thing at in the red book, which I know is not the best guide for pricing, but it is a guide at least. Clear CC 1879 CC in VF20, and I guess I got a camera. I might as well show everybody. Save you a little bit of time here. They list a VF20 at $375. They list an EF. Oh, I've got you on the microscope still. Ha! That's why you're not seeing this, and that's why I'm not seeing it on my screen. They list a VF20 there at $375, and an EF40 it jumps to $950, and in AU50 it jumps to $2,500. So, and in mint state you're talking this is a $5,000 plus coin. So it's one of the big dates, of course. So even in low grades, that's several $100s usually. Now, if you look in the gray sheet, I think the lowest they list is a VG8, and I did look that up. It was either 170 or 190, I believe the price was. So it was just under 200 bucks in VG. Now this coin has better than VG details. I'll show it again here. I think it's got fine to VF details in parts of it, but it does have some damage. So how do you price that out? I don't know, but we're going to find out in an auction. That's how we're going to do it. And I guess I'm also willing to see what it's worth that way and not really set a high reserve price, because I bought this in a group of silver dollars and I didn't even know it was in there until after I got it home, and it was kind of like a bonus coin. So I got a good deal on it too. So hopefully we can pass that deal along to whoever wants it the most. I think it'll be fun. Create a YouTube channel named Proxy Bid and have someone on the side bidding for all of it. Could do that, yeah. Yeah, I could just have someone else give them the list of the bids, somebody else other than me, so I don't even have to think about it as much. That might be something to do, like, you know, if I continue to do auctions, and I guess I'll realize pretty quick on Saturday how much, what the hard parts are and what the real pain in the butts are. I know the hardest part of this is going to be that I got about a 20 to 30 second delay whenever I do a live stream. And I know that makes it hard. So, like, for example, I got my phone here. Let me see. I'm going to put something under the camera and see how long it takes, and I'm going to time it. So I'm putting that under the camera right now. I'm looking at my clock on the wall. Yeah, I just got such a delay, so I know I'm going to have to be typing things into the chat more than saying them onto the camera as far as the bids go and all that. So I know that's going to slow things down a little bit, which is unfortunate that I got that much of a delay. So I just saw it go on my computer there. That was about a 20-second delay I have there. So I don't know how to make the delay go away unless I get like a better computer. That's what I've been told. So can I show number one, the Flying Eagle sent in VF30? I can. And I gotta bring up my other screen so I can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, because that just looked like a... So it's PCGS holder, VF30. It's the edge view holder so you can see the rim. You're not going to see much detail in this view, so I'll pull up the scope again. Let me move the light around a bit so we can get a little bit of light on it. It's just a, okay, slightly dirty VF30. But it's, nice tight coin. You get all the detail. Let's see the reverse there. Let me move this back a little so I can get the slab under there. The slab is a little bit scratched up, but usually that can be polished out. Like all those scratches there, that's on the slab. You choose low latency on your streams, OBS? I don't even know. I think, today was the first day, like when I started my stream, that when it did it in the new YouTube studio streaming, and I used to set it up totally different, so I wasn't even sure what I was setting up, and I think it said normal latency on YouTube, but in OBS, I have no idea what my setting. The only settings I know I changed was I put bitrate like to the lower range. I think I did like either 2500 or 3000 bitrate. I thought that was going to help, but as far as the rest of the settings, maybe there is a setting that can help get rid of that delay, which that would be kind of nice. Yeah, have a good one, Moosox. Have a great Thanksgiving. Slightly dirty BF30. All right, there you go, young coin hunter. You got it. But I haven't really looked at this close enough to try to figure out which snow variety or any of that. I don't know. But I'm sure it's one of them. And I got the books. I probably should try to figure it out sometime, but I usually don't get too interested in it unless it's one of the major varieties or if it's a real high grade. Bitrate is a quality. Okay. Yeah, I knew I wanted to do that because I don't know. I got an old I'm streaming from an old laptop. It's like a 4 or 5 year old laptop. It was a high end laptop when I got it, so it still works, but it's not made for streaming and having multiple cameras hooked to it. I know that. But yeah, so if I gotta pick low latency, and that's something I do in OBS because I know the option popped up here in YouTube. There was like normal, and I just left it alone. I think I left it on normal latency. So if I set it to low latency, that's what I should do. Okay. Another left-facing eagle. I might have to check that out. Silver nitrate sounds interesting. Thanks again for coming on in, Steven. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'll try that next time. I'll do the low latency, and I'll look in OBS for the settings too, because I really haven't looked at my settings since like the first, like maybe the second stream I ever did. Once I figured out like it was okay, so do it on YouTube and OBS will follow. Okay. Yeah, because I think today was the first time I ever even saw latency as an option to pick. Because what I used to do is I used to set up a live event, and then I'd use like the unique stream key and then copy that into OBS and then start everything, there, so it'd show up ahead of time. But this time when I tried to do that, it was just like a total different system for live stream. I haven't seen this YouTube Studio the way it's set up, and one of the options all of a sudden it says pick what latency you want to do. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. I never picked that before, so I just left it alone. So I appreciate the tips on that. Yeah, even if it cut that lag down to 15 seconds or 10 seconds, that would be... It doesn't really matter too much when I'm just opening up rolls of Lincoln Cents or doing things like that, but if I ever try to do a giveaway and I start like getting the chat involved like real time, that it makes a big difference. And I know it's going to make a difference in an auction. So I do appreciate that. All right, so there's that, what do you call it? There's that flying eagle for you, young coin hunter. And that is lot number 1. So let's see, Black Friday auction at Joe Durbin's, and I got one on Saturday. And I know that Cajun Coin Hunter, he had his benefit auction. I guess they're raising money after his cousin passed away. That was supposed to be a couple days ago, but they moved it to this Saturday, and they're doing theirs starting at 5 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Or no, 5 p.m. Central, so 6 p.m. Eastern, so starting about 3 hours after mine. So that was kind of my plan. I didn't want to be totally streaming 100% against him like that, so I thought, yeah, I could get all this done in about 3 hours, but if that's not the case, then maybe that's not going to be the case. So you see the 5 looks kind of funky? Shows low latency on YouTube and lags down to about 5. Yeah, I'll play around with that for sure. So let's turn on the microscope light, because I know that shows different detail a little differently. And you know what? Let's bring it. The way I got this set up, I got to kind of do this freehand, so try not to get too sick there. It might bounce around a little bit here while I look at it. I don't know. I guess I don't look at these every day, so I don't know if that looks funky or not. Yeah, I mean, I'll tilt it here to show the scratches. I mean, this holder's scratched up for sure. See, you can see if I zoom, get it to focus on the scratches, it's scratched up. Look at this thing. That plastic is messed up. I haven't even tried to polish. I mean, usually I can polish most of that out. Just using some like headlight polish. So let me get that back focused to where I wanted it. Okay. And we'll go back to this screen. And I can catch up on the chat there. You do what you gotta do, Michael. Hey, that's what I usually do, Lincoln. So appreciate that. I usually do what I gotta do. What grade is the Flying Eagle? It's an 1857 PCGS VF30. And that is lot number 1 in the auction. That's going to be on Saturday. And will we make it very much further past lot number 1 before we call it quits and it's a big failure? I have no idea. I hope so. I listed 155 items. I don't know if we're going to get through all of those on Saturday, but I think we'll get through at least lot number 1 way or another. So should be fun. And if you want to take a look and see what the list is and all the opening bids and my estimate of what I think things are worth, there's the link to the catalog in my description, which is just a PDF file that's on my website. Please put that Flying Eagle on my bill and send Mr. Sent Young. Is that right? Well, send me what your bid is. Because I can't just... we're not doing buy it nows, unfortunately. Because I think I probably could have sold a few things already. But you recently bought an 1884 seated quarter proof. Nice. That's got to be a mintage of just a few hundred. Yeah, seated proofs are just crazy. Very, very good. Alright, well, I'm not going to hang out with you guys too much longer. I mean, it's getting kind of late, and I know everybody's probably got plans for the holiday, hopefully, and hope you guys all have a very nice Thanksgiving, and I'm not sure how much I'll be on YouTube, but I might pop in to see who's streaming and say hello to some people and wish everybody a happy Turkey Day, and I'm planning on watching the Bears game tomorrow, because they're playing the Lions, because the Lions always play on Thanksgiving. Vintage of 850, that's awesome. And I do have a coin. I'll be posting a video. I'm going to probably film that tonight and then just have it set to automatically post so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. But it's a Thanksgiving-related coin that I'm going to be posting as one of my little short videos where I rotate it under the light with some fancy music. So you guys can look for that tomorrow. And yeah, if anybody else has any other questions, feel free. Otherwise, I'm probably going to shut this down in a minute or two. But if you do have other questions between now and, I guess, Saturday when I start selling this stuff, my email's in the description below. I'm easy to get a hold of. If you know you can't make it to the auction and there's something you absolutely want to bid on, again, shoot me an email. Tell me what you want the bid is, what you want your bid to be, and we'll go ahead and execute that bid for you. This is a fun one, too, if you're looking for some holiday gifts. It's the 2016 Canada Winter Fun. And that's obviously not how big the coin is. That's just a picture of the coin inside here. It's a colorized coin, a couple bears doing some sledding, and it's a $25 face value coin, Canadian. And the way they sold these at the time is they sold these for $25 Canadian. It was part of their 25 for 25 program, so you could buy them for face value, and which worked out for us Americans because $25 in Canada was at the time was like $20 American. So you could buy these for $20 US, and then you bring these to the US, and that would include the shipping too from the mint. And I could take these to coin shows, and it said, "Hey, it's a $25 coin. You got to pay me $25, and I could make $5." And they'd think I'm selling it at face value. Even though I explained to them, yeah, that's Canadian money, but you know, just people just don't do the math in their head the same way. But yeah, it's a nice coin, but it's comes in a folder like this, and it's a 1/4 ounce silver, so it's a small silver coin, but they make really good gifts. I know that. I sold a lot of these, and I sold a lot of them to coin clubs. People use them as the prizes at the holiday meetings, and everybody loves them. They're fun. Even though it's just a real small piece of silver, so if you're more concerned about buying something of actually real value, you'd be way better off just buying a silver eagle, and giving them that, because that's 4 times the silver. But if you're looking for something, like I said, if you're trying to get like a kid interested in coins and a regular Silver Eagle or a Morgan dollar doesn't do it, buy something fun like that, a colorized coin with some bears sledding. Maybe that's enough to get them to actually look at it for more than half a second. I don't know. But hi, Gregory Lee. Thanks for coming on in. Hope you're all's well with you. Just showing off some stuff. We're going to be doing an auction on Saturday. So I guess that's Sunday for you. I have to do some figuring out of the time zones there. So I mean, the Young Coin Hunter just posted the link to the auction catalog. So if you see anything in there that you'd want to bid on, Greg, just let me know. And like I said, I know you're in Australia, and we could figure out the shipping afterwards. And if there's something you really want, I know, for example, you had asked me at one point about some silver dollars. I do have a bunch of piece dollars and Morgan dollars. Here's a few of them right here, some MS64 piece dollars that I'm going to be auctioning. So I got those in there. I also got a few MS64 Morgan dollars, and I think there's one MS65 Morgan dollar. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Mr. Monkey Swag, those they don't take those coins at face value anymore. I think that's optional. I don't think it's like every bank does that. I think just the banks didn't like having to take them, because what had happened is, same thing in the U.S. happened several years ago when you could buy the presidential dollars at face value. You had a lot of people just ordering tens of thousands of dollars of them on their credit cards just to get the points, and then they'd take all the coins into their bank, deposit them in their account, and pay their credit card bill. So they get a bunch of free airline miles and stuff like that, or cash back. And so same thing happened in Canada. You'd have a whole bunch of people buying these 20 for 20 and 50 for 50 and 25 for 25 coins, running up their credit card bill, and then taking them right to the bank, depositing them to pay off their credit card. So a lot of the banks complained about them, and they say, hey, this ain't real coins. At least with the U.S. presidential dollars, they were actual dollar coins that we're supposed to be using, but these were totally just made for collectors, and no one would really spend them. But yeah, so I think they told the banks you don't have to take those anymore. But I think, from what I heard at least, if you bring one into a bank here and there, I think they still can take them if they choose to. So yeah, absolutely, Greg. It's like, yeah, if you got questions on any of them, if you look at that list of stuff, just let me know. And even if you can't get something in the auction there, that's fine. I mean, if you need help finding some coins, like I told you in email, I'm willing to help out. We can figure it out. Yeah, I've had a couple of the 100 for 100 coins in silver. I think they also did a gold coin that was either a 200 for 200, or maybe it was there was one that was even bigger than 100, I thought, that was a face value coin. Kind of wild. So, all right, Big Mill, how you doing? Picked up a piece 1921 for 50. Nice. Yeah, those have gone up in value in the last couple of years. I used to be able to buy nice AU examples for $75 to $100 pretty regularly, and now it seems like a nice AU example is like $150 now. They've gone up, and I've had a lot more trouble finding them. And I used to always have at least one or two when I do shows, like a nice MS63 or an MS64 as a type coin in the $500 to $700 range. And I keep trying to buy them because I like having them, because I know they sell when people are looking, because there are always people looking for them. I'll show that here, Mr. Monkey Swag. Sure. It's just I just keep getting outbid, so I'm just not staying current with the market on those, apparently. So here's the coin real quick, Mr. Monkey Swag. It's a quarter-ounce metal. And it's not in perfect condition. It's got a little bit of toning and a little bit of there's a couple light scratches. I'll put it under the scope just so you can see it here. So it's just a slightly impaired proof. It's got a little bit of toning. I probably need to focus this a little more. Let me try to do that real quick. But I've seen like Proof 69 Ultra Cameo examples. They go for $800-900 to $1,000 of this metal. This isn't, a Proof 69. I'd say this is closer to like a Proof 63 Ultra Cameo if I was going to try to pick a grade for it. But I know it's a pretty low mintage, and I think that was part of a 4 metal set when they came out. But just a neat piece. And it's a 1/4 ounce, $9.99. I'll move the light around a little bit so you can see where the toning is there. All right. Piece dollar market softer, 28's got. Yeah, I never really got into the 1928. I always would get the 1921s because it's the 1-year type coin and everybody asks for it. But when I set up at shows, can't remember anyone ever coming up and asking me, "Hey, do you have a 1928?" The only people that buy the 1928s are people collecting the entire series, and not that many people, compared to Morgan dollars and other things at least, care about all the different piece dollars. Everybody wants the one type coin, and then maybe they want one other piece dollar just for the low relief type, but just don't get nearly as many collectors trying to get the whole set of those. So I don't really go for the key dates on those as much. I mean, if someone came up to me with one that was a nice one and it was a good deal, of course I'd buy it and then try to sell it. So Young Coiner was trying to get a Flying Eagle cent, did a trade, and it ended up going bad, huh? Wanted 390 percenters and a ½ ounce. Well, if he shipped it in an envelope and it fell out, that's his fault for not shipping it right. He owes you your money back, it sounds like. But, yeah, I mean, that's not good. Yeah, they haven't done their job until you receive it. If they don't know how to pack things in the mail, that's on them. It should be, but I mean, it's hard to force people to make it good. I mean, you can always, not do business with them again and tell everybody else not to do business with them. I guess that's the only real recourse you have on something like that, unfortunately. Ooh, you got a Titanic coin? Nice. That sounds fun. Yeah, I got a few of the uncirculated common dates in here. I don't even remember what I'm starting them at, like about $20, and they'll sell between 25 and 30, I think, depending on who buys them and who bids on them. And yeah, piece dollars, I mean, you can get a nice looking piece dollar pretty cheap. Like even the uncirculated ones here, these are probably going to go for, in MS64, they're going to go for somewhere between 30 and 45, depending on who's bidding and who wants them and how bad they want them. And the Morgan dollars too. It's I don't even buy the MS63 Morgan dollars anymore because for like $5 more you can get an MS64. So it's just there's not much spread there. It's like why buy an MS63 when you can get a whole grade higher for a couple bucks? Said give stuff to his brother. Yeah, that sounds like a mess there, Young Coin Hunter. Well, that's one thing I always try to tell people too when they're asking like who if it's okay to buy coins on eBay or who should I buy. It's because I mean I'm part of coin clubs and I hear people buying things at off Facebook or buying things off of Craigslist even, and no matter who you're buying from, it's just you just got to make sure you no matter where you're buying, you kind of should know who you're buying from because I mean that's the only chance you have of getting your money back and not getting screwed over. I mean, so you should buy from someone you trust or that has a reputation, and that's why if people advertise themselves as an ANA member, American Numismatic Association, if you're a dealer and you sell coins and you say you're an ANA member, there's a whole code of ethics that you're supposed to be agreeing to. Now, I'm telling you, there's a lot of dealers that are ANA members that aren't the best in the world, but at least there's something there. So if one of those dealers screws you over, you can go to the ANA and file a grievance, and worst case you can get them kicked out as a member, and there's some penalty there. Other things you do is just look at their track record and make sure they got a return policy. That's another one of the rules. If you're selling coins as an ANA member, you have to offer return privilege, because I can show you this metal here under the microscope all I want. But you know what? You know how it is. You tilt it one way, it looks like this. You tilt it another way, it looks like that. I might, if I was a shady dealer right now, I might be showing you every which way except the one way that shows you a really bad scratch or something. Because, that's the way coins are. So if you get this in hand and then all of a sudden see a big scratch, and I say there's no return policy, you're not going to like that. So that's why as a dealer, you have to offer a return policy, just the way it is. I mean, and as long as it's for some reason, if you just change your mind because gold prices go down $100 by the time you get it in the mail, that's not very reasonable, and most dealers won't accept a return based on that. But if you say you don't like the coin, or the picture didn't show this or something, most dealers are gonna be okay with that. At least most good dealers that want to stay in business. So the San Francisco pieces have weak strikes. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to find. I mean, with how low relief they are, just a lot. It's hard to even tell Mint State versus AU on them a lot of times if you really haven't looked at enough of them. They're just. That's why a lot of people don't like peace dollars. When you're at shows and people are buying and selling lots of silver dollars, and you see piles of Morgan dollars and then piles of peace dollars, most people are going for the Morgan dollars. So let's see. A lot of guys on eBay altering light makes. Yeah, people play all kinds of games, and not only that, just then you do it in your photos. People juice the photos. They change around the saturation to make tone coins look way better than they should. And I mean, believe me, I do some nice photos on my website, I think, or I've been told, and I can make things look way better than I already do. But I edit my photos to the point where I think they actually look like the real coin, because that's what I'm selling. I'm not selling a photo. So I don't want coins getting returned because they say, oh, it doesn't look like the picture. And when I look at my feedback, in most cases, they say, oh, it's even better than the photo. And that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear too much of that, because then I think I might be leaving money on the table for everybody saying, oh, it's way better than the photo look. Well, no. I want people to say, yeah, the photos were accurate, or it even looked a little bit better, and then I know that's good. The ANA is as good as the Better Business Bureau. You pay for it. Well, I don't know about that, Coin New. I mean, ANA is basically you just become a member, and yeah, some of the dealers, they donate a lot of money and they get different kinds of standings and things like that. But I mean, at least I think that's at least a bare minimum standard. If you're going to buy coins from people and they're selling on Facebook or holding themselves out to at least be a part-time dealer, if they're not even a member of the ANA, then who are you really dealing with? Because that's like, it costs like $28 a year to join that, and it's like it's our hobby's national organization. So if you're not even supporting that and being a part of that, now there's other dealer groups like the PNG, and like I'm a PCGS authorized dealer, so that's something. And they actually look at financial records and do some vetting to make sure like you can support your business and things like that, and not screw people over. But it's just. But at a bare minimum, if the person you're dealing with isn't even an ANA member, to where you could follow their code of ethics, or if there's ever a dispute between you guys, then maybe you shouldn't be dealing with those people. They're not real coin dealers, or they shouldn't be selling, or they should be selling through eBay, and then you should be paying through PayPal and be paying through your credit card, so you have not only the protection from PayPal if they screw you over, but then if PayPal screws you over and doesn't agree with it, then you can always do a credit card chargeback. So you got a whole extra level of protection. So you should never be sending goods and services, or not, sorry. You should always be sending goods and services. You should not be sending friends and family payments to people if you're buying coins, because remember, I mean, that's just, you have no recourse if they screw you over. So only love natural tones. Yeah, I was trying to show that under the light. It doesn't. Under the webcam, I just can't really show toning too well. Like there's rim toning on this one, but if I bring up the microscope, I can get it just right to where it shows a little better. Usually, like there, you can get it just right and you can see it. Now it's harder to keep it in focus. But now if I plugged in my my good camera that I do my short videos with, and with the macro lens, I'd be able to get all the color and in focus with good lighting. But I don't know if I've never tried doing that in a live streams. And right now my computer, like I said, I use an old laptop. All my USB ports are filled right now, so I've learned my lesson about trying to switch things in and out of the USB ports during a live stream. I've had bad results with that. So Yeah, I think this one's pretty nice. I mean, yeah, it's not worth much more than the silver value, but it's cool. So, why not have a piece of silver that's a little bit cooler? So, never screwed them. No, I'm not saying. I mean, believe me, I'd say half or 2/3 of the people here on YouTube are doing tons of business back and forth, friends and family, and it's great because you get to save the few bucks and all that. But if you really don't know the people that you're dealing with, you shouldn't do that. Now, if you know the people and you could call them your friend and basically they're friends because you've done lots of deals, then maybe that's something you're comfortable with. But if it's someone you've never done business with and don't know them from anybody else, then you probably shouldn't do that. That'd be my advice. And really, the eBay rules say you're not supposed to do that. Or not eBay, but the PayPal rules say if you're buying goods and services, even if they're your best friend, you need to be doing it goods and services and paying them their fee, of course. What is CDN on eBay? I've seen some characters with the CDN. Well, CDN stands for Coin Dealer Newsletter, which is the gray sheet. So I don't know if that's like if they're paying for some way to be called that on there. I don't know. But CDN's Coin Dealer Newsletter, which is the gray sheet. And remember, now the gray sheet is owned by a new company. In the last few years, it's sold to a different entity. And it's not the same as it used to be. And they actually produce two guides. They do the traditional gray sheet, which is more the dealer wholesale pricing. And then there's another one called the CDN Market Report that looks exactly like it. I mean, it looks like a gray sheet, but the prices are like twice as high, and it's like full-on retail and then some. And if you have a coin show, you can order those, and they'll give them to you for free, and you can hand them out to all the people that come to your coin shows. And so if you go to a local coin show and they're handing you what looks like a free gray sheet, look at it closely. It's probably the CDN Market Report, and all the prices in there are going to be the full retail and then some. And the dealers and all the shows love doing that because everybody's walking around looking at these price guides at these high prices. And then when you find that dealer selling you a coin a little bit under the guide that's in your hand, you think you're getting a great deal, but really it's way over the gray sheet price. So you just got to be careful. And remember, all price guides are just a guide. There's no one real answer that says this is the right one, this is accurate. They're all off a little bit here and there for certain coins. Some are better at one coin and the others are better at a different one. So you just got to, do your homework, do some due diligence, and figure out the stuff you collect and which guides are most accurate. Look at completed auction sales for everything's a good way to do it too. And you got to understand what the guide is. I mean, and then you got to realize, even after all that, even if you do all your research into numbers, if you find a really nice coin you like and it costs more than any of the price guides, buy it anyway. I mean, as long as it's not stupid crazy higher, if it's a little bit higher, because if you really love the coin and you looked at a bunch of them, it's probably worth more than the average coin in the price guide. Remember, they're just a guide. And when I'm selling coins, if I have something that's a really nice example that I know is better than 9 out of 10 coins that you're going to find, I'm going to sell it for higher than the price guide. You're darn right. And I'm going to sell it, and it will eventually sell to someone. It's not going to sell to the first person looking, because there's a lot of customers that just look at the price guides, and that's it. And when they tell me, if I'm selling a coin for $1,000 and they look up and say, well, the PCGS price guide says it's only $950 and that's like full high retail, I'm like, okay, then call up the PCGS price guide and buy one from them. But my coin's $1,000. Or if they say gray sheet's only $800, fine, call the gray sheet and buy one of their coins. But my coin's going to be $1,000 still. If you like my coin, buy it. If you don't like my coin, call up some other place and see what they'll sell you based on the price in a guide. You're probably not going to like that coin. So, I don't know. That's just... And I learned that not just from selling coins, but as a buyer. You look at a bunch of coins, you're going to be kicking yourself later if you turn down a really great coin just because of a few bucks. 5-10% price difference. So what? I mean, unless you're in the business of if you know you're just going to be flipping it and reselling it a couple days later, yeah, that 5% difference might make a huge difference in your business. But if you're a collector and you're going to be owning this for the next 10 or 20 years, that extra 5-10% you pay for a really nice coin or a really nice example for the grade or something that's special, different than all the rest of them that you've looked at, it'll more than pay for itself down the road. Absolutely. And you'll be happy with the coin. So And that's the most important thing. When you get a coin, whether you order it online or you're looking at it at a coin show, if you're looking at it and you say, oh, there's a spot here that bothers me or a scratch, oh, but I think it's okay. If you notice something that bugs you the first second you look at the coin, it'll bug you forever. It will never get better. You can't improve it. And it's not going to go away. You're not going to talk yourself into loving it. So if you don't like the coin when you first get it in the mail or first see it at a show, don't buy it or return it. Absolutely. Don't talk yourself into it because you can't do it. You'll always be unhappy with it. That's about the best advice I can give on that, at least. So, all right. I said I was going to end this a while ago, but I just keep rambling on, and you guys keep talking to me about stuff. But that's fun. Dream someday you might become a coin dealer. Then I watch Coin help you and think about all the. Yeah, I mean, Silver Night. I mean, it's not like a coin dealer. It's not like a binary, 0 or 1 or yes or no or you are or you aren't. There's a huge gray area of what the heck's a coin dealer. I didn't think I was going to become a coin dealer either. I just liked collecting coins. I like doing the research and learning about coins. I like everything there is about coins pretty much. So I would find myself buying a lot of stuff, and then I realized I have a limited budget, but I got, expensive tastes. So every now and then when I want to buy something else or I see something I just have to have, I might have to sell something to make that happen. And so I would do that. And I found myself actually making money occasionally on doing it. And I enjoyed doing that. It was fun. So you just keep doing that over and over, and you realize after a while, when you go to a coin show, you're walking around with a backpack with 50 slabbed coins in it that you're not necessarily trying to sell, because if you're just walking around at a show trying to sell the dealers, they're not going to give you the full retail price of that. You're going to be selling them at the wholesale price. So if you need to get rid of them, that's a great place to get rid of them, but you're not going to get full value. But I would carry around a bunch of stuff I'd be willing to sell or trade just in case I found that one special coin that I had to buy. Then I could quickly go around and raise some money to make that happen. So I just kept doing more and more of that, and then the amount of coins I was carrying around just grew and grew, and eventually I started just getting a table at the shows. So it's kind of how that happened. It wasn't like a decision like, hey, today I'm going to become a coin dealer. It just sort of happened. And even right now, I don't consider myself like a full coin dealer. It's more like a part-time, and I'm also a collector, and it's like I don't know what you call it. It's like so exactly, you have to make a small profit for finding the coin in the first place. Well, yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. It's like, I mean, that's why a lot of people are willing to pay a little extra to dealers, especially once you find a dealer with inventory and stuff you like a lot. Because remember, it's like I just don't randomly pick all the coins I buy. I look at thousands of auction lots in each auction. I go to dozens of coin shops, dozens of coin shows, and out of all those auctions and coin shows and shops and all that, I might pick 3 or 4 coins, and then I might pick 2 coins here and 1 here. And so yeah, when you're buying from a dealer like me, at least, you're somewhat paying for a little bit of that time and effort to narrow it down. Now, other people say, well, so what? Who cares? I'm just buying the coin. I don't care what you did to get it, and I'm going to look it up in a price guide, and I'm only willing to pay this. And you know what? You might not get the coin from me. That's just the way it works. Or you might catch me at a time to where, hey, whatever number you just came up with, whatever your calculation was, maybe I can live with that too, and maybe I'll make that happen. Or other situations too. Like maybe I know that I just spent $12,000 in the last auction, and I need to help pay for that. So yes, I'll sell it to you if you're interested. And I don't even care what I'm getting anymore. I just need to get some stuff sold. That's happened too. So I mean, you never know how it's going to work. So Silver Nitrate, take care. Have a great Thanksgiving. And great. Yeah, we'll see you on Saturday then. Aloha. Some dealers focus on bullion, others on numismatic. Yeah, exactly. And there's some that dabble in a little bit of everything, kind of like I sometimes do, but maybe not everything. There's some things that I just know better that I don't know enough about to really don't deal in them. But all right, I saw you in here, Jeff Silversmith. I saw you leave some comments there. Thanks for coming on in. Appreciate it. Ramble away. Yeah, I'm actually pretty good at that. I just talk and talk sometimes. I can do that, but so hopefully you guys found it at least somewhat interesting. And again, I appreciate you guys coming in here and at least taking a look at some of the auction lots, and also maybe trying to talk a little bit of sense into me that maybe I should not try to sell 155 things all on Saturday. Maybe I need to tone that down a little bit. So we'll figure it out. But like I said, if there's anything that you know you absolutely want to be bidding on and you don't want to miss it, and then you can go ahead and shoot me an email and start the bidding, I guess. So, if you ever spent $12,000 on coins your wife would kill you, well, that's only if you tell her what you're spending, you know? Believe me, I have a lot of customers, they don't tell their wife, but that's between my customer and their wife, I guess. I don't really dig into that, but no, I understand what you're talking about, though. But then again, it's like another way a lot of customers tell me they explain it, and that's the way I rationalize it to myself sometimes too, is, look, everybody has hobbies. Actually, there's a medal it's a medal with a witch on a broom saying we all have our hobbies. I got one on my website. I can show it, but and it's a medal dedicated to coin collectors. But anyway, everybody has a hobby, whether you're golfing or whether you do boating or whether you do hiking or whether you go off-road vehicle or you do dirt bike, whatever your hobby is. We all spend lots of money on our hobbies. That's great, but very few hobbies do you actually get to keep that money or actually have a chance of making money. Most hobbies, that money's gone forever, whether you're traveling or golf, whatever it is. But if you spend $10,000 on coins at a coin show in your hobby, you know, unless you're really bad at this or don't know what you're doing, which in that case you shouldn't be spending that kind of money, a year from now you're probably still going to be able to get your $10,000 or maybe $9,000 or maybe $12,000. You're still got most of the money there. So a lot of people will advise you don't consider your collection an investment, or all your coins are not investment. Well, I say that's a bunch of hogwash. Of course it's an investment. Anytime you're spending thousands of dollars, or I don't know what, regardless of what your budget, even if you're a multi-millionaire, you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars or hundreds and hundreds of dollars on gold and silver and precious metals, whatever. That's an asset. That's an investment. So yeah, just tell her you're investing in your future there, and it's retirement. And I even, I don't know. I mean, that's maybe not the best way to explain it, but there are I have people in my coin clubs, and you can go on the news or go online and find them all. There's companies out there that are telling you cash out your 401k in your retirement and roll it over into a precious metals IRA, and it's all legal. You can totally do that, self-directed. You just buy a bunch of silver and gold eagles and you put them in your safe and control your own retirement account instead of having to stock. Well, there's differing opinions on whether or not that's legal, but you can have precious metals in your retirement account, but you can't take physical possession of them is really the answer. Now, the way these companies get away with doing that, long story short, I don't want to get into a bunch of tax law or craziness on the law of this, but they have you set up a company like your own LLC or a corporation, and then you create a retirement account for your corporation. But basically, you are the corporation or LLC. You're the only director, you're the only shareholder, you're the only employee. So you're directing your own retirement account for your company, and you're maintaining it for the employee, which is also you. So basically, you just have a safe with all your stuff in it. But that's not you, that's your retirement account run by your fake made-up company. And if the government knows you do it that way and you get audited, they call that a distribution and they tax you on it. That's a bunch of BS. It does not work. But all those companies will tell you it's totally legit and fine, because they're going to not only sell you that whole scheme, the whole setting you up that company and setting up that retirement account and all that, and charge you a few $1,000s of legal work, they're also then going to sell you all the precious metals at a nice little markup and probably give you like a free safe, or, if you buy all these, we'll give you a free roll of silver eagles because they know you're charging you so much. So of course they're going to tell you it's all right. But now you can do a precious metals IRA, but you have to have somebody else have possession of it. You got to have it like at a bullion depository or some kind of a third party that holds it for you. You can't have physical possession. So That's how that works. But anyway, but a lot of people do it, and a lot of people get away with it. But and because the government lets you have precious metals in a retirement account because it's an investment, it's an asset. It's not just throwing money away. So VC's posting a 1K giveaway tomorrow. Finally, sweet. Everybody's ever check that out. Sorry, I'm just getting caught up on the chat here. I know I miss a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. We'll be checking that out. Everybody better get in on that. What else we got here? It's addiction. Start having a heavier passion on. Yeah, it pretty much. I mean, absolutely, it's an addiction. But hey, you know what? If you can, and that's why I like being, I guess part-time coin dealer, because it's something I really like doing. If I can basically hang around, get on YouTube, talk about coins, go to coin shows, show off a bunch of coins, buy and sell some stuff, and then read about coins in part-time and just do stuff I like and actually make a few bucks at it, then that's awesome. I mean, I wish I could do it enough where I could make a full living on it and not have to do any other work, but that's usually just a dream for most people. It's really hard to do that. But I mean, I could do it if someone gives me a few $1,000,000, then it's easy. But yeah, of course it's easy. It's easy to make $1 million if you start out with about 5 million. So isn't that what they say? So Joe Durbin has a Black Friday auction. All right. Has it got any doorbuster deals? Like, do we need to start waiting in line after we eat our turkey on Thanksgiving? Sleep outside in the lobby and wait until that auction starts? That'd be kind of fun. Wonder if silver's going to go the same way as gold. I don't know. Anybody that tells you they know what's going to happen to gold or silver prices or the gold and silver ratio and all this, if they tell you they know what's going to happen, don't believe them, because nobody knows. If they knew, if anybody would know, they'd be billionaires, because you could then just invest in that. It's all a guess. It's all gambling, and yeah, you can do your research and do some stuff like that, just like you can on stocks. But with stocks, the prices are based on the present value of future cash flows. So you can actually do research on the sales and upcoming products, and you can say, oh, well, this is going to grow. They're investing in this, and you can beat the market that way. It's not just a gamble where it's like a 50-50 coin flip kind of thing. You can actually get an edge, and that's why people make money doing research on stock. But when you're talking about gold and silver, I mean, yeah, I guess you can do a little bit of research and stuff like that, but these guys on YouTube or coin dealers, they don't have any inside info that nobody else can just guess and make up. So it's just a gamble. So could explain where I got my millions except the first one. Exactly. Yeah. It's that first million that's the hard one. Absolutely. And then you get these other guys too, just so you know. I mean, it's like, and I talk about it because one of my degrees, I got a finance degree, so I know a little bit about it. And I got an MBA, so Master in Business Administration, so I know a little bit about it. It's just, you get these guys, whether it's stocks but it's especially, you see it on bullion. You got some guys that look at the silver and gold charts, and they're talking about the charts, and it's got resistance here, and it's showing this, and it's showing that. None of that means anything. I mean, it's not a video game. Just because it moved 3 ticks in this direction and down here, it has no bearing on what's going to happen in the future. It has nothing to do with it. So now, there is a small caveat to that, though, is even though it has nothing to do with the future, the past performance has nothing to do with the future performance, it does slightly if you get enough people that play by those same rules that are based on nothing. Because if everyone's doing the same thing, even though it's based on nothing, it can move the price in it. So there can be some there, but long term, it has nothing to do with it. So, oh yeah, my MBA is pretty much worth the paper it's printed on. I just paid a lot for it, but Dad was buying gold when the price was cheaper, £2 a gram. Jeez, yeah. Oh yeah, that's why one of the ways I got in the coins a lot is my parents when I was a kid, and this was, through the 80s and 90s, is they had their own small businesses, and one, I got to go through all the change at the end of the week when we'd make the deposits, and I'd get to go through and pick out coins that I needed for my sets and go through everything, and if I found any silver, I could keep them for my albums and things like that. But then not only that, which I had a lot of fun going through all that, as part of their investing, they would put money away in different things, but they also like to buy junk silver. So at the end of the week, we'd go down to the coin show and we'd buy, $100 worth of junk silver or $200 worth of junk silver, whatever the dealer had. He'd have a little bag. He's like, oh, here's this. And at the time, silver was like $4 an ounce or $3 and something an ounce. So you'd get a lot of coins and you'd get some cool stuff. There'd be seeded coins in there and barbers all over the place. And so I'd get to then go through that kind of stuff before it made its way to the safe deposit box. So that was one way I got into a lot of that. It's just because silver prices were real cheap. So, oh yeah, anything. It's exactly. You get enough people just doing the same thing or believing the same thing or using the same, and that's what the whole the flash crash and all the computers running everything now is. If everybody has the same program, even if the program is based on all kinds of faulty nonsense, if everybody using it, it's going to move the prices. Absolutely. But it won't do that long term. At some point, reality hits and people realize. Same thing, for example, this 2019 S Silver Eagle that everybody's paying thousands of dollars for, when 10 days ago it was $65, or whatever it was, or 2 weeks ago it was $65. That coin's not worth $1,000. It's not worth. And people are selling the proof 70s or proof whatever they are for $2,500 or $3,000. It's worth nothing, not even close to that. And most of and it ran up so high because all the ones getting sold on eBay were getting bought by other dealers. I mean, the public wasn't buying this. Collectors aren't paying $1,000 for this coin. Maybe a few are, but very few are. It's dealers doing it. They're running it up because they got orders from like Home Shopping and other people, and they got different programs they want to run with these, and they got all these slabs. I mean, do any of you care that your certificate is is encapsulated too? Who the hell wants their certificate of authenticity in a slab? Not one collector I've ever heard of. It's a bunch of just marketing nonsense, and it's gonna crash once the dealers are done playing around and making their money, and then they actually got to sell these to some collectors. It's not gonna stay where it's at. Absolutely. I've had several people asking me, "Hey, what should I got one of these coins. What should I do with it?" I'm like, you should sell that thing as soon as you can. Unless you're collecting it for yourself and want it for your own collection, that's fine. But if you bought it to sell it and to make money, I mean, I don't know how you can buy something a couple of weeks ago for $65 and then not know what to do when you can get $800, $900, or $1,000 for it right now. How can you not know the answer is to sell, sell, sell? How greedy can you be, right? I mean, so. But yeah. Of course, I'm going to look like a dummy if it goes up to $1,200 or $1,500 in a couple of weeks, and everybody's like, "Oh, you would have sold too slow." I would have sold at $500 because I really believe a year from now it ain't going to be worth $500. But I could be wrong. But all these people right now paying $2,500 or $3,000 or $3,500 for their proof 70s with the certificate and a matching holder and all these special labels. I mean, I don't think. I mean. For the same price, you can go get the 95W that's actually way more scarce and actually worth it. Just doesn't make any sense. Alright, that's when you make the profit. Those past charts mean nothing. Gold to silver ratio means nothing. Government. Yeah. I mean, the gold and silver ratio is at least a little bit interesting because you can see the movement, and it does eventually bounce back and forth. But again, like I was saying, and like you're saying there too, Mr. Monkey Swag, just because it's bounced back and forth and the gold and silver ratios always move back and forth in the past, doesn't mean it's gonna in the future. You never know. So yeah, there's no way that the new coin is gonna be worth the same as the 95W in the long run. Absolutely no chance of that. Who cares if the mintage is a few hundred coins less? That has nothing to do with it. So, oh yeah, EVG. I play around in some stupid stocks in the stock market. I just had a buddy I sell coins to, gave me a stock tip because he's, oh, there's this company I've been playing around with and day trade it, and oh, I think they got some good stuff. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And he gave me a tip on it, and I looked at it, and it was a stock that was going for like $2. So it's, it's pretty much a garbage company if the stock's trading at $2. But I had some, cash sitting in my retirement account anyway, making the 0.1 or 0.01% interest anyway. So I put a little bit of money into it, and it's like, yeah, just in the last 6 months, it's like almost doubled. So it's only at $4 a share now. So the guy looks like a genius. I should have put a ton of money into it, but but yeah, it's just, gamble at some point. And even if you do all your own homework and as much research as you can on these things, you're not going to be able to figure out anything unless you actually have inside information like family or friends that work somewhere. I mean, you're not going to be able to find anything the big guys on Wall Street ain't going to be able to figure out way better than you are. So you're just, gambling pretty much, and maybe using some educated guesses in your stock picks or what you believe will happen long term. But you probably should just be throwing things in index funds, or if you'd rather do a small cap fund, do that. Or that's what most people should be doing instead of individual stocks. But that's not as fun. I understand. But one stock I do buy, and I don't regret it, is I buy the stock in Collector's Universe, and it's right there on the back of all the PCGS slabs, NAS or NASDAQ, CLCT, Collector's Universe. And you might not like, that's the parent company for PCGS. You might not like PCGS or versus NGC or whatever, but I mean, I like, the idea of grading companies. I really like our hobby. I want to support it as much as possible, so I think by owning a little stock, I got a little skin in the game there. And it also makes me feel a little bit better when I submit a bunch of coins to PCGS and I end up having to spend $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 just on stupid grading fees, that at least I know I own a little piece of the company and I'm helping my own stock. So it just makes me feel a little bit better. And PCGS or CLCT, Collector's Universe, pays a nice little dividend too, so it doesn't hurt. But yeah, their stock for the last few years has been bouncing between like $14 and $30, and it's gone up and down several times along the way. And right now it's getting closer to the higher end. But yeah, if I was going on charts and history, I would try to sell every time it gets up to about 25, and then just rebuy it when it gets back down to 15. But just because it's done it 3 or 4 times in the past doesn't mean it's going to do it again. So I just keep it. So. Nice coins and slabbed items, Alexander. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I got the list of things I'm going to be auctioning on Saturday. It's in the description of the video. If you see anything in that list that you have questions about, or if you can't make it to the auction on Saturday and you still want to bid, just send me an email and I can do a book bid for you and try to do that. But appreciate you coming in and taking a look. Yeah, EVG, I've been doing pretty well the last 3 years at least. I mean, but when I look like long term, long term for me is probably, since I was let's just say the last 15 or 20 years. If I look at all the stock, I've invested in some stocks that have gone completely bankrupt and they're still show up in my account as zero because I still own shares in that company even though the company's gone. I still have shares in it. They're just worth zero. So they'll be in my account forever because I haven't sold them, but it's just a constant reminder of the failure. But then I've bought other stocks that have gone up 1,000%. So altogether, if I add up the, year annualized return, and it keeps track of that right in you look in the performance sections on your account. I'm pretty much doing the same as if I would have just put it in the S&P 500 mutual fund. I think in the total return over that period is like 12 to 15%, whatever it is. And I looked at it just the other day. I think I'm beating the market by like 1% right now. If I look at I think it was 15 years I looked at. Which, whatever. I mean, so yeah, maybe I should have just put it in the S&P 500 fund and forget about it. But I think it's a lot more fun picking and choosing companies because, like Alexander says, there's always a chance for a big gain, and you never know. But there's also a chance it goes to zero. All right. Oh, I can't believe there's 26 people in here? I should probably do some sort of a giveaway, because I always tell people whenever I do a live stream, I always do some sort of a giveaway. And I haven't done one, have I? Let me know if you guys want me to do a giveaway. Otherwise, I'll probably just end the stream. But if you guys want me to do a giveaway, let's do the EVG and say want it. And that's not want it, it's want it. Just to be clear on that. I know EVG streams, there's always a little bit of a confusion about that, I think. I'm just teasing you, EVG, but... Well, I'm younger, so just start, yeah. Yeah, I'm turning 40 next year, so... We're, I guess, all getting older every day, which is a good thing. Do a 10-ounce silver bar, EVG? Yeah, let me just grab one of those here. Hold on. Ah, you know what? I'm fresh out of those, so I'm not going to be able to do that. Not going to be able to do that. But if I had one, I would have, so... Nah, I got, I'll do a little piece of silver. How about that? I wasn't really planning on doing a giveaway, but whatever. You guys listen to me ramble on enough, so. And it's fun. I enjoy it. How about this one? A 1958 proof silver quarter. See if anybody wants that. And I'll even probably put it in a 2x2 holder or a flip or something before I mail it out. But still a baby. I don't know about that. I mean, my mom probably says that, but... Oh, that's funny. Alright, so how are we going to give this away? I guess I could do it the same way I usually do it. I'll just tell you guys to type something into the chat here in a second. So in about a minute, I'm going to talk for a little while because I know I have at least a 20-30 second delay or so, so I want to give everybody a chance to pay attention. Get ready to type on your computer or your phone or whatever. I'm going to type one word, and as soon as you see me type that one word, I'm not telling you what that word is. You'll only see it when I type it. You type it exactly like I type it. You know, spelling does count. Capital versus small letters does not count. But you only type one time per person. Do not do it multiple times or you will not be eligible. So I'm just going to type something, and then you just type it when you see it. And as long as you're one of the first 20 people to type what I type, you have a chance to win. The first person to type it doesn't get it. The 8th person to type it doesn't get it. The second person, we're going to roll a dice randomly to figure out which person gets it. But only one per person, and you just got to type exactly what I type when I type it. And I'll be typing it in a little bit here. I still got to come up with a word here. So I got my word typed in there. I have not hit enter yet, so hopefully you guys are all getting ready. And I like to do it this way because it gives people that are on a typewriter, or sorry, not typewriter. Now I'm sounding real old, but the keyboard can be real fast, and sometimes on your phone you're not as fast, or sometimes people have slower connections and they don't register as quick. So this is a little fair for everybody, I think. So there we go. I just hit enter. Now you can see how much of a delay you have when you hear me actually say I hit enter, and just type what I typed. I see 2 people, 3 people, 4, 5, 6, 1 per person, remember, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's all the lurkers. Again, capital versus small don't matter. And I think it's starting to slow down, so you know what? I'm going to probably type in stop here. Alright. And let's see how many we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 11. 10 and 11 are Desi. Did twice, and then 12 is Robert. So we didn't even get 20 people in here, so I'm just going to get out my 12-sided dice. So here we go, a 12-sided die. And we're going by my screen and my screen only, because that's how I got it. So most of them will match up with whatever I have, but yours might be slightly out of order. And I just rolled a 10. And I think 10 is probably going to be Desi, who's guessed more than one, so that's not going to be good. So let's count down. EVG was 1, Jeff 2, Asa 3, Lincoln 4, Cindy 5, North Idaho 6, Tonto 7, America 8, Alexander 9, and Desi was 10. I did say that you can't guess twice, though. So I don't think we can do that, even though he did retract. Yeah. Gotta stick by the rules, otherwise I get a lot of people complaining. So you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to just roll it again, and we'll go through it again. Sorry about that, Desi. And this time we rolled a 9. So 9, I already counted down. I'll do it again. It's EVG 1, Jeff 2, Asa 3, Lincoln 4, Cindy 5, North Idaho 6, Tonto 7, America 8, Alexander Smith 9. So... yeah, Desi, I'm sorry about that. I said it doesn't matter, and if it's your first time doing it in one of these streams, I mean, sorry you didn't get that one, but you'll know for the future ones. It does. The spelling matters, but even then, it's like I got to have some sort of a rule that you can't go back and edit or retract, and even if you misspell it, there's got to be something to where you just got to be a little careful on what you type. But anyway, I apologize for that. But Alexander Smith, you're getting this quarter, so. Go ahead and send me an email with your information. I'll put in my email address. And I always give stuff away, Desi, and probably give away too much stuff. So if you come into more streams, you'll definitely have chances to win some stuff. So I wouldn't worry about that. And hopefully, like you guys think that's a fair way to do it. I think a lot of people, I've gotten a lot of feedback, and people seem to like doing it that way, to where even if you're not the fastest to type it in, at least you still got a pretty good shot when we roll the dice. You want me to give it to Lincoln as a cost? It's going to cost me a fortune to send it to the UK. Alexander, if you really want the coin, it won't cost me a fortune. What I would do is I can just put it in a 2x2 holder, fold it in a couple sheets of paper, and just send it in a regular envelope, and I'll tell my post office I'm just mailing you some documents. Now, of course, if it gets lost in the mail, I mean, we take a little bit of risk there, but I'm willing to do it. It's just a silver quarter worth a few bucks. So if you really want it, I'll stick it in an envelope and see if you get it. It'll cost me maybe $1.50 or $2. I don't even know how much it costs, but it won't be like mailing a package. So you let me know, but if you don't want to do it that way and you'd rather you give it to Lincoln, but Lincoln will probably tell me just to donate it to Coins for Amateurs or somebody else anyway, but that's totally up to you. But yeah, I've mailed coins to people in Germany that way, and people in Australia and a couple other places, just even Canada. I just fold them up in a couple sheets of paper, put the international stamp on there, and say, yep, just some documents, and it goes right through. So, well, Alexander, if I'm going to send you a sticker anyway, I might as well throw the coin in there, don't you think? Yeah, Lincoln, I'll just send you the coin. If you get, I'll send you a sticker. Absolutely. Well, it'll get there. Yeah, just go ahead and send me your mailing address. I went ahead and put my email there, so we'll try it. Yeah, congratulations. Take it. You won it. Fun, fun, fun. All right, guys. I guess with that, I'm finally gonna keep a. No, it's not going to cost me a fortune, like I said. You know what? I'll pack it all up, and if it does end up costing me a fortune when I take it to the post office, then I'll take you up on that, and I won't send it. But I think it's only going to cost $1 or $2. It's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be much more than just sending you a sticker, because this is not even a 1/4 ounce of silver. It's just under a 1/4 ounce of silver. So it's, if I pack that up, the whole package is going to weigh 1 ounce. It's not. Believe me, it'll be fine. I'm okay with it. Very cool. And you know what? If you end up bidding on anything in the auction on Saturday, you might win stuff. Maybe you'll win some stuff, and I'll have to send you a package anyway. So there's always that possibility. So absolutely. Hey, Cameron's Collectibles. I'm just getting ready to sign off here. We just gave away a proof quarter. We were talking about an auction I'm doing. There's a link in the description of all the of all the lots I'm going to try to sell. Might not get through all of them on Saturday because there's a lot of them there, but we'll try. But if you got questions on any of that, my email's in the description of all my videos and on my About page. And please hit like. Also, you're not a mod here. Why? I don't know. I didn't make everybody a mod here. But yeah, if you guys got questions, like I said, shoot me an email. Alexander, definitely send me an email with your mailing address. I'll get you the sticker and get you that coin too. We'll try to get you that coin at least. Yeah, you can send up to 1 ounce. Yeah, I know that's not the regular postage for overseas, but there is as long as it's not too thick and as long as it's under either 2 ounces or especially if it's only 1 ounce. It's only like $1 or $2, because you can tell them you're sending documents, and like I said, the coin's going to be fine because I'm going to fold it in a couple sheets of thick paper, and it'll be 1 ounce. It'll be fine. Oh, pretty cool, Cameron. Thanks. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. I need to update my eBay and list some more stuff because I got a bunch of stuff that I haven't put up there yet. That's on the to-do list. So. All right, guys, I really hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Hope you guys watch plenty of football, eat lots of turkey, and all the fixins, as they say. And don't spend all day on YouTube tomorrow. Have some fun, hopefully. And like I said, if you got questions for me, my email's there. I'll try to get back and response to everybody within, 24 hours at least, but usually a lot sooner. And I guess with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out of here. Again, thanks for coming in and hanging out. And hopefully we'll see some of you on Saturday, and maybe I'll even get some emails from you before then of some bids you guys want to put in. You guys go ahead and take care and have a great Thanksgiving. Goodbye.